champagne. Purple cups and 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 champagne. Champagne, champagne.
But I like that Kanye.
Wait, first off, how many genders are there? All right, good. She's on our side. Ladies and ugly men.
Like they, them.
Yeah, I needed to know. Like, I was like, no, that's how I know where she's at. You know what I mean?
By mistake almost.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, yeah.
Oh, thank God. Anyway, ladies and ugly men, welcome
I
to
think
Purple
everyone is
Cups
born in
Champagne.
Your friends are not Latinx?
I gotta know. Wait, what year were you born?
90.
Oh God, we got a '90s baby here.
Yeah,
too.
90s baby.
This just gets
And
worse and
late,
worse.
late 90s.
It's not the
too,
first
guys.
time.
Nah.
Late in 1990, in October. So.
You're still 1990.
I know.
So you're the
Thank
start.
you.
But she means like I'm fully in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
She's
yeah.
trying to
Not
It's
a
not
Japanese
like-
yeah,
kid.
exactly.
I'm a March baby.
Yeah.
Damn. So wait. Oh, okay.
You had the perfect time right there, man. All the laughs, everything could have just jumped in right there, man.
No, I kept getting cut off. Like,
Yeah, no. But I'm saying,
Why are you
Regardless.
looking at me like I cut you
I
off?
know,
I
right?
haven't even seen
Sorry.
anything.
he had to throw his energy out of Cheddie.
I know,
He
right?
had to.
yeah, I'm not,
He looked at me. He looked at me. I kept getting cut off.
I'm
Cheddie,
not gonna
say something.
offend our female
Cheddie, say
dynamic.
something.
He's outnumbered. We're a little bit more.
Yeah, everybody's hair is longer than mine
For
here.
sure. That too.
Ladies and ugly men, welcome to Purple Cups and Champagne. I'm your host, Handsome Contreras. A little bit outnumbered here. There's too many Cheddies in this room.
What's going on, everybody? Security John Cheddie, a.k.a. the Brown Pat Rally.
What's going on is Josh, FA the product on SoundCloud, Instagram. I still laugh at that. But to our left over here, we have a special guest, another Cheddie, right?
So we got the
No,
better,
no.
We got the better Cheddie today.
Cooler.
Exactly. We got
Sorry.
the Cheddy on the show.
I didn't want to have to.
today.
I didn't want to say that.
I know that's what you guys are
I
all
put Cheddie
thinking.
in an
I know that's what you guys are
uncomfortable
all thinking.
Yeah.
Comfortable position.
Actually, Cheddy said you're the third Cheddy before we were on camera.
Wow.
I mean, technically, I am in our family. I'm the
It shows who he
youngest one.
favors.
Yeah,
I'm
but
the but I'm still like the cooler
Who's the-
one, the funnier one.
who's the third member of the
smarter
podcast?
One.
I'm Takeoff.
He's a third. He's a third Migo.
let's just know I'm Quavo. I got all the
Who's
hits.
that left off Bad Bougie?
And I'm toxic like Offset. It makes sense.
Too much
Damn,
sense.
yo, that makes mad
Too much
sense.
sense.
It does. So that
She
makes
said yes.
that makes five. What's the guy's name?
He's
Quality
a-
Music.
Oh,
QC?
Fives Pete?
He's Pete.
Yeah,
Yeah. Or Coach K, whichever one you want
Coach
to be.
K. Yeah.
Yeah, if I was more like Coach K.
Yo, but thanks for being on the show, Trace.
Yeah,
Well,
thank
I
you,
mean,
thank you.
it's
It's about time.
3 years I've been asking to be on the show. I feel like you guys need a female perspective. The ego's a little high sometimes.
For most of these guys, not all of us.
Lie.
I was gonna say we have a female perspective on this side.
Wow.
Josh-
It's
no,
not.
you
I don't
side
wanna be
with
labeled with that.
By the way, we got a female bottle just for you.
It's
Your favorite
really-
color?
I mean, I appreciate the gesture.
Oh my God.
I don't like pink. So,
What?
that's,
No, but it has flowers.
so you think that
Women
anything
li-
that a woman likes has flowers and is pink?
Yes, they like
he does.
flowers.
I mean, we do like flowers, but I'm not walking down the street being like, "Ooh, this flower napkin. I'm going to buy it." It's like,
Well,
no.
Guess I
See,
wasted my
that-
money.
My point exactly.
It's
This
pretty.
is-
No man thinks this is
Okay.
this is cool.
Okay,
it's
question.
pretty.
Did you guys walk with it, like holding it? Or did you put it in a bag?
He put it in the bag. He's the
Why
one. Yeah,
didn't
he's a
you walk with
champagne
it?
bottle.
I
buyer.
like brown bags because they represent us.
Well, I appreciate it. I actually brought my own champagne, Stemless
Oh
Flute.
my goodness.
You did what?
My goodness.
I'm not drinking champagne out of a cup.
I got you.
It's gonna be hot.
No problem.
Thank you. Do you guys want? I brought extras.
I guess she gets the first pour here.
You can't pour. I'm like, how am I supposed to drink it like that?
I don't even know how I'm
You
supposed
take-
to pour
you
it
take
into
that
this.
out.
Take the flute. out.
You sure? I was gonna pour it into the flute, into the cup.
Being that she's a guest, we'll let her drink from her flute.
Fine.
Please don't mess with the studio couch.
By the way, how did you get a flute without a stem?
They're called stemless flutes. They make them like that.
Modern.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fancy.
pretty modern.
All right, your next drink. Though,
Contemporary.
your next drink is out of the.
I brought,
This is
thank
very
you.
off-brand.
I brought extras.
Your next drink is out of a purple
But I
cup.
brought extras if they want, so it's like not a
No,
problem.
we
Don't,
don't.
don't try to change. Don't try to change us.
We drink our
Special
coffee
gift.
from these
Special
cups.
gift.
Yeah,
We
he
drink.
was telling
Actually,
me
hand that
earlier
to-
to drink
to-
coffee out of it. I'm like, doesn't the bottom fall through from the hot coffee?
I don't care what happens to the coffee. It's coming out of this cup.
Handsome, I got an interesting question for you.
Talk to me.
What artist or like actor or anybody that you would give a pass to be like, yo, you could drink out of whatever cup you want on the show, other than Willa and Tracy do because she's family.
The dream.
You see how
Why, man?
exact? See how Tracy see how exact
Dream.
he is with that.
Why?
You a
Yeah.
sucker.
Probably because he's written all your favorite songs.
Okay, so what would you let him drink out of? Anything you want.
Whatever
Hey,
the
yo.
dream wants, man. Pause.
Hey, yo.
As long as it ain't out of my cup.
You guys can't say that. It's Pride Month. You can't say things.
We can't say
like
Ayo.
That's
Pause.
why we could. Because
No,
of
you
pride,
can't.
we're proud of who we are.
I've been heavy on the AO this month.
Do you think that's offensive? Is that offensive to say "Ayo"? I didn't think that was
I
offensive.
think
I say
it's-
pause in front of like gay people, and I truly
But
don't
you're
mean to
saying
offend them.
pause because you're saying like I don't want you guys to think I'm gay, as if there's something wrong with being gay.
Not if there's something wrong with being gay, but I'm just
Okay.
clearly identifying who I am.
I'm putting you on notice.
But
I don't want
It's a
anyone
no-fly-
to
it's a no-fly
misinterpret what I'm
zone.
saying.
So
you know?
what if it's so who cares?
No, it's not a big deal if they
No, I
misinterpret
don't
it.
mean it that
Yeah,
way.
it's not
See,
big.
like when I say pause, I even do pause when like a woman says something because there's like pause for a sexual manner. It's never about gay
for
on
a
my
That makes
end.
sense,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I have a daughter. She's young. I
Okay,
try to
okay.
make sure, like, yo, pause, man. Don't be saying anything crazy around my kid.
Yo, we PR trained
Yeah,
over here,
okay.
baby. Don't try to come here. Don't try to come and play chess with chess players.
Don't worry about it.
Cheddie.
She tried it. You did try it. You did try it. You tried.
I'm just saying, don't worry. You guys will still.
I'm
Trying
actually
to pause police us.
when I was coming up with the show, I'm
The
actually
pause
really
police, I like
glad that like nothing happened to Kanye or Kanye did anything positive this week because we have the two of the biggest Kanye fans here on the episode.
Kanye
on
did
this
something
episode.
I
positive
miss
this week?
him.
No,
I hope he's okay.
Wait, matter of fact, let's do a
It
cheers.
has to be.
Let's
He
do a
is.
cheers to Ye.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
Nah,
guys.
cheers to you.
Thank
Cheers
for
to
having
Ye
me
and
on the
Trey.
show.
Hey,
Yeah, it
on
makes
the
them
show.
feel good. Ooh, that's a rhyme. Yeah, and Trey.
I'm hanging around y'all a lot.
Yeah.
I learned the bridge last week.
I was gonna say
That's
right now.
pretty good.
That's a
What's
shout out,
rose?
Cheddie.
I learned the bridge last
I
week.
know
for
how
you
you
guys.
are.
Oh, no,
I know
no.
how you think, man.
We'll
Yeah.
see if the pink flowers didn't block it. Yeah, that's rosé. It's pretty good.
It's called poema, which means poem in
Yeah.
Espanol.
Nice.
This is beautiful. It's called poema. It's a método utiliza en el José. And
I think you pronounced that right. I think you nailed
So
it.
if you ever get that for a girl, you should say, "I got this for you because it's called poema and it means poem for a girl."
That's
Not
a-
because
that's a
it's
sweet
pink and it has
yo,
flowers.
I need some female advisors.
Word.
That was good.
It's free for now.
Yeah.
Free game
Free game.
But
from the most popular Cheddie.
Right?
I don't know.
Pretty
I think
much.
John might be a little bit more popular than I am.
You think
Whoa,
so?
depends
I
on the
think-
popularity we're talking about.
Anyone from like the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Those niggas, right? Is that what, like
love it.
Mark's people are brother-in-laws?
Anyone in like Forest Hills, like Queens Bully
Yes.
area,
Yeah, yeah.
for
Oh my
sure. I think it's pretty popular.
right.
Nice, nice.
I walk in and they're like, "Oh, you're John's sister."
Oh
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that all the time too
That's
myself
okay.
from my family members. getting
Anyone from
handsome
the
and
Key
shit like
Food
that,
in
so.
Queens Village, you know.
Damn. Doing all your
You're
business.
John's
Talking about
sister.
all places I've done damage.
John-
Yo, this is
you're John's
crazy.
sister.
This is
You're John's
crazy.
sister, and I'm
Yo,
like,
Cheddie,
yeah.
it's a common thing for you to get thrown on the
Yo,
bus
I
on these
really do,
episodes,
man. I really do.
But it's all love, man.
But yeah, Kanye, thank God I hope he's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like we haven't heard. I feel like he's heartbroken, so it could either be a good thing of like,
You think so?
I don't think.
it's a failed marriage, whether you were super
No,
happy
for
or
sure.
not. I think people
No,
just
of
think
course.
it's a failure.
You saw her crying, right, on the show.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Oh, you
so
saw
real.
it? Wait,
Yo,
you watched
honestly,
it?
I keep up with the Kardashians, homegirl.
I'm
Hold
so
on a
proud.
second.
I keep up
It's
with
Pride
Kardashians.
Month, baby.
That has nothing to do with the Kardashians.
At all.
Oh,
Well, you can't just keep saying
Jonathan,
that.
her friend.
Oh, he hasn't come out. You can't just
Yeah.
say that.
He looks like he should come out.
I didn't think he was. I didn't think he
you
was.
can't put that in.
You did it?
I thought he
Your
used to be.
gaydar is off. Used to be. You can't used to be. If you did it once, you do it again.
No, that's not true.
What?
Yeah, now he's a food guy.
Wait, so would you guys rather, if you had to?
Oh my goodness. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't like this, Cheddie.
So you do this, or your whole family dies. She is really my sister. That's the shit we ask.
Take one for the team, or they're all gone.
It's okay. We'll
I
get
love
it.
you, Penelope. I'll see you in heaven.
every guy says that. Like, yo, I'm dying then. I'm dying.
I've been seeing all those
I'm
memes. They're
dying.
like, yo, bury me inside the Gucci store.
No guy's gonna admit it. Push comes to shove.
You know what
Maybe
I
it's
mean?
a different story, but
Yeah,
nobody's
you
ever
know?
gonna admit
No,
that.
no.
That moment.
What were you gonna ask though?
No, I
Was it
think I'll
that?
leave it alone.
Okay, thank God.
She's like, nah.
Sweating.
She knows.
I
She knows
am.
this crowd.
Yeah.
I was like, yo,
My forehead's naturally not.
make
this
sure I'm
oily.
wearing some Concord J's. Go with my black tux.
Facts.
I'm going in.
Yeah. By the way, man, styling.
Yeah,
Oh,
for sure.
Thank you.
For
This
sure.
is a graduation present to myself.
Oh, very
I
nice.
see where
very
your brother
nice.
gets his style from.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
I've been telling him.
She put me on to Kith.
Yeah, basically.
I wouldn't be surprised, man.
The
at all.
ice cream, everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Let me ask you, because Cheddie was talking about this whole independence thing that you're on. No offense.
Wait. What do you mean that I'm on? This is
You
not.
are-
You already started the show with it.
We were gonna start the song with the Neo song.
You started the show with it,
yeah.
Oh my
Like
God.
100%. Like that's the
Okay.
intro song.
Yeah.
But it's not like a hobby. It's not like I'm on this independence shit. It's not like
No, you live it.
No, you
It's your
live it
truth.
and,
Yeah,
and you
for
exhibit
sure.
it, right?
Yeah.
Because
You talking 'cause you live it.
yeah.
I saw something earlier, and it was a video, and it was a lady talking about how that whole narrative that's been fed to you guys about I'm independent, I make more money, I don't need you, and it's kind of interfered with a lot of that feminine energy that
Okay.
you guys do have, like naturally. Some men do have feminine energy.
They have more estrogen. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Probably have more
I got
estrogen
man
versus-
boobs, but I don't have feminine energy.
Okay.
So, what do you think about this whole like chivalry, independence thing, but still wanting a man to be like a man? Like,
Right.
isn't it like interfering? Because now that we got you here, let's ask this question.
Right.
With his ability to do what, quote unquote, a man is supposed to do?
So I think that the definition of what a man is supposed to do maybe has to be altered a little bit.
Right.
I think from like our parents and like, generations before, it was like a man is supposed to provide, work hard, make sure there's food on the table all the time. But now it's like, hey, the man and the woman can do it. Living in a place like New York City, men and women have to do it because it's so expensive here. The cost of living is high. So a lot of times you need like two parents to have or to financially provide for their kids, right? So I think that if we shift the expectations of what a man is supposed to do instead of it being so much financial responsibility, I think then you'll understand why women are saying like, hey, yes, I am independent. Yes, I do, have my own place. I'm able to take care of my own bills. I'm able to do things for myself that I don't need you to provide for me. But I do want the emotional care that you can give. I do want to feel like you are protecting me in the same, not of like down the street, but you're protecting me in the sense where you're looking out for us as a unit, At times I may want you to help me change my lock on my door or, move like furniture around.
Do you believe you're in the majority or the minority of that?
I think with my group of friends, we definitely all think very similar. I won't say that we look down on, but we definitely look at girls who choose not to work or not to provide for themselves and just to be dependent on men. I think we definitely look at them like, come on, like our parents went through too much, especially if our parents were immigrants. They went through too much for us to just kind of like feed off of another man. You know what I mean? I think that it's always good to have your own stuff and to be independent so that if things happen in relationships, they don't always work out, that you're okay, that that no matter what, I'm good. So if you just, there's nothing that you're doing financially for me that's going to make me want to stay in this relationship.
Yeah.
Besides the emotional, connection that we have, besides the friendship that we have and the communication that we have, like there's nothing that's really holding me back, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I think the way you laid it out is like ideal. I don't think that, and I'll say men and women, but right now I'm gonna focus on women a little bit because that's the perspective I see it from. I think that women sometimes,
of course,
they see it ideally in their head, but they don't really actually like live it that way. You know what I mean? Like,
and they don't live it.
Like, they'll fight for, like everything you said right now makes perfect sense, and they'll fight for all those things. But then when push comes to shove, they do expect. And I think that's because we're in a time right now where things are kind of changing over. So there's some people who, and most of us, I guess, will carry on some, old traditions and mindset that we had from before into now. But I think that like, while we say that when push comes to shove, a lot of times in action, people still expect things to kind of be the old way while still having, what's going on nowadays, which is women being more independent, rightfully so. Like everything you said probably makes a ton of sense. More independent, less financially dependent, all of those kind of things. I think that in action nowadays probably isn't as much as people, I guess, like you were saying right now, the way people think about it isn't the same as the action people take.
Right. Well, I think there's a balance. I think that I still appreciate when a man opens a door for me, but am I going to stand at the door and wait for him to open it? No.
Yeah.
I just feel like we got to go somewhere. We're in New York City. I'm not waiting for you to open a door for me.
Down on it if he
exactly.
does it?
I don't. I think I look down on it more for like if, let's see, I'm trying to think of something that's like, hey, I like it that you do this, but I think something simple as in like walking on the outside of the sidewalk. Like that's simple. Do you need to do it? No. But if you do, it's kind of like, oh, hey, that's cool. Like
I get it,
are still traditional in some ways. You still understand that you want to be on the outside of the sidewalk, but it's not super.
Which doesn't cost
important.
anything.
Which doesn't. It's just more like you're thinking about me. You still have these traditions, but that's like about it. I think that there's certain gestures that women still appreciate from men that are considered chivalry, but when it comes to like money and stuff and things that like for our well-being, I think that we're just like, hey, you know, I work hard and I can take care of myself. But if you and I are together and we're partners, I think we should just be trying to be greater together.
Right.
And that includes picking up the bill and stuff like that. No, I'm not trying to.
So I
You're
think
a pump faker is what we're asking.
Yeah, that's Cheddie's favorite
so
topic of
it's funny.
discussion.
She said, of course I am. Let me clean this up for the show.
Do you have the mellow triple threat?
So I think it's funny because I think one time I had a conversation with John and my cousin, and they were just like, "Why do you split the bill?" Like, so they're from the '80s, so they're like, "Why do you guys split the bill all the time? You guys are in a
Wait,
relationship?"
you split the bill?
Yeah. But then there are times that I'll let a guy pay, and there are times that I'll take him out.
One of
and
those
like,
type of splitting the bills, like you just got it back and forth.
Yeah. I don't think it should be tit for tat, but I think that it should be like, hey, okay, you had brunch, and now we're going out for dinner. Like, why can't I get
I got to give you a
dinner?
gill after the show.
Why?
100%.
For paying.
That's not true. That's not true.
No, he's right.
That's
He's
not true
right.
because there are some people that say like, "Hey, I actually went out with this girl and I paid for the movie tickets and she paid for dinner and I really like that."
No, this is like.
Who
Some
are
people
these
say
guys?
that.
But this is like. This
So
gotta
don't-
be.
That's true. Nowadays, that's happening more often. I
know,
think, yeah, because
I know some
early in
people
the
that
game
No, I
do
agree.
that.
I agree.
No, I'm not saying first and second dates. No, because if you're asking me out on a date because you want to take me out because you like me, you have interest in me, then yeah, like.
What if you asked him out?
So that's a little. You know, I've had friends with situations like that where they're like,
Like
yeah,
if you
I
plan a
asked
date for somebody,
them- yeah.
should it not be paid?
If I plan the date, if I'm like, hey, I want to take you out, I think so. But if it's like a first date, I think so. If I'm like, hey, I don't ask guys out on first dates, but if like,
Thank
my
God.
pride is just there.
There you go. Independence gone.
My pride is just there.
Gone.
But no, so back to what he's saying. Like
I'm
he
doing.
and I
Why?
I'm doing gunshots in the
Why?
back, ladies and gentlemen. Let you
Yeah,
guys.
don't play.
get the
Don't play that
gunshots?
gunshot.
Yeah.
Please do
No.
not play that gunshot from
This
last
is my
week.
work laptop.
Or please do
the
play it,
gunshot
actually.
That was fucking terrible. That's what I found on YouTube. Sorry, Trace.
No,
was
it's
perfect.
fine. I was saying like John once asked me, he was like, why do you guys always split the bill? And I'm like, well, like we're both in college, we're both like have the same bills, and we both make probably around the same amount of money. Like, why should he always have to pay? We're like in a relationship, we're both splitting. He's like, nah, you know.
Yeah,
you should be
I
paying.
must be toxic because that shit. I'm
No, it's
thinking
not
about
toxic.
it right
It's
now.
not
It's
even.
not
Yeah, it's not
toxic.
toxic.
That's what they call toxic. No, when you're like,
Nah,
oh,
people-
Toxic
it's
male
overstated.
views.
Toxic
It's
is
like gaslighting and shit like that.
Yeah, or like
exactly.
when you hang up on her and then like you call her back and be like, oh, why don't you call me back?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
toxic.
Absolutely.
Why are you smiling? So you are.
Because you've done that. You've done that. You've done that.
Did I hit it right on the nail?
You did. I was like, damn, I'm a gaslighting toxic bastard.
Oh, so you're not gonna call me back?
You guys are sick people,
Yeah.
I
man.
text you 7
You're
minutes ago.
sick people, man.
I'm
You're
joking,
sick
by the
people.
way.
You're not.
I don't need your
I don't
text.
know.
Know who you are.
You're sick people, bro.
You said you know.
He is.
Oh my
No,
god.
but
the
I
saddest
hear you
part.
say that, right? And
Yeah.
I get where it's coming from. That's why I said I guess times are changing
Okay.
because I couldn't do that. Like to me, there's a no go. Like, and I'll tell you right now, my daughter's mother is way more paid than I am,
Okay.
way beyond more paid than I am, and I'm still like, nah, that's me. I got
So
this.
doesn't it make you feel good if she's ever like, hey, let's go to brunch, and then she pays for it? Doesn't it make you feel a little good? Or do you feel guilty? Like, oh, watch.
No, I feel good. Her saying like, yo, let's go to brunch,
Yeah.
and then me paying.
But what happens if she pays? What happens if she's on her way home and she buys food?
She has.
Like, hey.
I'm sure she has.
No,
right?
that yeah. Like
So
if you
she
bring
can do
food,
that,
that's
but if you
okay.
go out in
If we
public-
go together, no, there's no way.
So it's more about the public perception.
No, it hasn't happened. No, I
Okay,
wouldn't
okay.
because personally, I just don't let it happen. Not because the public perception is me. I don't like my mother. And I'll say it, my mom raised me that way. She's like, yo, I don't give a shit if you are dead broke.
Yeah.
Go ask me for money before you go on a
I think
date and make.
I'll be honest with you. I think that's an extreme, though.
And
I don't think that's
and
right. I think you know what I
that's
mean.
what I'm saying. That's what I said. It must
Yeah.
be the times are changing,
Yeah.
and there's a difference.
Not even necessarily because you know what? I'll be honest with you. Like I think about my parents. My parents, when I was a kid, I'm sure that my dad didn't pick up the bill every single time. I'm sure he could have.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
were both hustlers, and they had like a crazy amount of money.
But you just
Oh
said
my
that.
God.
You just said that your
I'm selling crack on
your girl
107.
makes more.
That's where you got it from. That's what,
Nah,
Yeah.
it just.
You just
but
said that she makes a lot more money.
but
than you
with me,
do.
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't sit well with me personally.
Well, what bothers you? Because if she what if she goes to Peter Luger's and she brings home dinner for you and
She's okay with
She
that.
made that choice. That's
Okay,
different.
So what if you guys are going to brunch and she's going to pay for it?
Then
So
no.
it is
the
public. It is public
But that's
perception.
what I'm
In my
unpack this.
opinion.
Let's unpack this.
No, I don't care who's watching. That's
But
what
you
I'm
kind of do, like
But
in a
you
deep
kind
level.
of do. Yes, you don't want the waitress
You're not gonna put
to
me
know
in that
it's
box.
her card.
Yeah, yeah.
Johnny won't admit it.
No, because you're not gonna put me in that box. It's personally me. Like nobody's there, and we have to pay for the food. Or even like we're home, right? Ordering Uber Eats. We're home. You know, I'm gonna pay for the Uber Eats. There's no way she's gonna be like, "Oh, I got it. Let's do it on my app." Like, no.
You didn't get those points.
I got it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's
I
why.
have free
And we got
shipping.
free delivery this week. Yeah, like
Yeah, I got
I
the
don't
promo
know.
code.
I think that in that situation, maybe it's like taking a little bit off of you of just like it's okay if she's going to pay for something.
I wish it were. Personally, I'm saying me.
No,
Okay.
I get your pride, and
Yeah.
with me, with
Yeah,
Brenda,
yeah.
like I definitely we just kind of share everything because we share our finances anyway. Anything
No, yeah,
she
you
needs to
guys
pay,
have
I
the same
gotta
bank
pay.
account. That's different.
Exactly. So therefore, no,
Putting his business up.
no.
No, they're married.
Okay. No.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Married people should have the same
No,
bank
but
account.
even
I think.
when we don't use the same bank account or anything like that, like I'll pay sometime. I mean, I'll definitely try to pay way more often. I get what you mean. Like I'm gonna try to pay to my last dollar. You know what I mean? But like to some extent, I do give her the leeway because we're working on our finances together. So for the most part, you know, I try to pay more than she does. But
That's different grounds. Again, that's what I'm talking
But
about.
understand,
dating.
you're talking
Different
about
grounds.
why is it different
Dating
grounds?
wise.
But listen, understand, you're talking about you were talking about
Yeah.
specifically in your example, like
Right.
your baby mom to say whatever.
We're not married.
But you guys were together and that
Correct.
was still happening.
Of course, because that's me. If we were married,
No, I get
and
it,
we're
but then that's
pouring
not
money
different
to the
grounds.
It is different grounds to me.
Okay, fair.
I'm gonna keep saying to me because I feel like I always have
Well,
to
it's not
explain
fair.
that part.
I'm gonna agree to disagree. But
Yeah. There's no such thing.
There is.
No. You're disagreeing. I'm agreeing.
I'm agreeing with you that we're not gonna get to the same
Yeah.
to understanding.
I hate that term.
That's what it
That makes
means,
no
man.
sense.
That's what it
Agree
means.
to disagree is a new-
Bro, what it
but you
means is
guys
that-
have
Why you
different
want there has
opinions.
to be a
Exactly.
winner?
No, there
Yes.
doesn't. No, there doesn't. But he doesn't agree with you.
exactly.
So why would so you?
So he's
can
wrong.
convince
So
him.
he's wrong. That's
So
what
you
he
know
thinks.
what? I'd rather us both be losers.
Yeah, Johnny, what the? So agree to disagree.
So you guys both tied.
No, we both lost.
No, we just
I
in
saying
each
just
other's
think-
world.
How about he's 80s, you're like, or he's 90s, you're 80s.
Yes, I
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
not really 90s. I'm
I know, but you
88
just
or
take it.
yeah.
No,
whatever.
you don't understand that Johnny's a year older than us or some of us, but he acts like he was.
Yeah, he's a granddad.
Yeah,
He's like
Let me ask you
granddad.
something.
You
If you're a year older than somebody, are you not older?
Yeah.
There we go.
Respect the elders.
But that's the point. Like,
I do that to people. Who like,
Respect your elders?
you respect Kevin?
Oh my goodness.
You respect Kevin?
absolutely not.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve
Shout out-
it. He
shout out to
doesn't-
Kevin. He
doesn't-
watches the show every
He
week.
doesn't ask for it. He
doesn't
doesn't
deserve
deserve it.
I just thought it's 24, Kevin.
He doesn't ask for it. He doesn't deserve it.
She has to
He
ask for it. That's
deserves
hilarious.
Right.
That's
Let's not
awesome.
do
He
that.
like if you treat me like I'm older than you, then I'm gonna take it. You know. So he treats
Yeah,
me
absolutely.
like,
No, no. I
Let's
mean,
not get
that's,
into family business.
no, but that's,
why would you
that's
do
common
that,
sense
dude?
shit, man.
I mean,
That's
as
true.
a person that I know
Jonathan
that is
Cheddie.
only a year apart. You know what I mean? So just went well.
But he just always like let me treat him like his older sister. So I just let it be. Yeah.
I think I do that with my-
That's called being bossy. That's not called treating like a
My cousin
older
Buddha.
sister.
No, he just
I don't
let
think
me-
so.
My cousin Buddha, I do the same thing with him.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
I'm
And
his
he's
older
old.
cousin.
Okay.
True. That is
Treat-
true.
but
Yeah,
treat
yo,
him
you're gonna
like-
get fucked. Teddy,
Yeah.
come on,
treat
take
him like
that back,
you're
man.
older.
Damn.
I should be the one
No,
saying
I
it.
treat
Buddha,
him
I'm
like
so-
my
Let
younger
me take the
cousin.
bullets.
I don't think
But
it's.
he is your younger.
I don't think it's right.
No, he's 43.
Doesn't mean it's
Oh,
right.
he's older than you.
But
Okay,
it's
okay.
right.
Yeah. So
Buddha,
see,
you're my little cousin.
there's just some people that need to be treated like, hey, like my son. Like,
Especially
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
yes. Yo, Buddha, you're my son.
We're talking about son and people.
Your
Exactly.
no, but I love Kevin. Shout out to Kevin.
No,
It's
I'm
not
sure.
bad at all.
in his spot, he has
never
to play his
gonna
role.
answer my
As long as he
question.
plays his
I don't
role.
call you son because you shy. I call you son because you mine.
He's never gonna answer my text now.
He took it there. Next level of disrespect.
John,
Yeah,
Josh is
exactly.
gonna be burping Noah. Oh, Jonah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good.
But
So
yeah,
you-
so do you guys
Shout out
ever
to Diego.
feel like if you
That is
date a
Diego.
girl that does have everything and she's kind of like, I don't really need anything, like nothing, like I could pay for myself, like yeah, let's go out to dinner, I got it sometimes, you got it sometimes. Is that a turn off for you?
can I answer real quick before you answer your?
I'm waiting for you to answer.
Okay,
I
okay.
don't have an answer to that.
It's,
I thought about Rachel McAdams.
it's not. But
right
if I
away.
was being real about it,
Ally
that's
McBeal?
ridiculous. Nah, what?
no, it's
Rachel
not.
McAdams from Wedding
you are
Crashers.
racist,
Oh,
buddy.
my bad.
Ally McBeal.
They don't all look the same.
If in that situation, like I feel like
I love you all.
Callista Flockhart.
jeez. Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
If not in that situation, I mean, I try to put myself in your guys' position because I'm not in that field. I guess I'm not like dating or anything like that. But if I were, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna lie, and I'd say
Not
that
one of you losers.
Yeah,
that's
no.
definitely not what I meant.
That's the way I
That's
took
definitely
it.
not
It
what I
is.
meant. I can't relate to it. I can't speak on it without saying like a
Can't relate to
hypothetical.
you bottom feeders.
It's hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
These thirst buckets.
Yo, it must be
Jesus.
nice being loved.
Always. Morning and night.
If you can call it that, man. I think it's
My
thin line
sister-
between
Yo,
love and
whoa,
hate.
don't get in trouble
Thin
right
line, thin line between love and hate,
This is
man.
not-
No, that's
don't-
love. I thought that was love. I thought when she looks at me, she wants to kill me. I thought that was love.
It is.
No, shout out to Kanye. Anyway, so the thing is, I feel like if I were dating and that was the case, I would feel like it's a little bit more difficult. I guess I think guys had a little bit more power not too long ago. I think that threatens. I'm not gonna lie.
too long ago. We still do.
That we still do.
Yeah.
It's true. But
Okay, well.
no, it's true.
Talk about that later.
I don't think that's like the right thing.
Okay.
I don't think that's the right thing. Times are still changing.
Cheddie, back me up, dude.
But you guys wouldn't be. Women wouldn't be fighting for anything if that weren't the case. And they're still fighting for a lot of things to change. So men are still in power in a lot of
Okay,
ways.
I see what you mean.
You know what
by
I mean?
That, by like salaries and like.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like things
I
are
see
still
what you're
changing and
saying.
stuff.
Okay.
Yo, you guys are vice president.
Okay, why do you have to say you guys?
Yeah, exactly.
first of
The
all?
female generation.
Okay, I know. But I just feel like why do men have this idea of like you guys have this? Like why do you keep complaining about other things?
Not me.
Like,
Oh, I don't mean complaining
I'm
about it.
anti-misogynist.
Like, look where we're at
misogynist
now.
No,
right
I
here.
know, and-
Cheddie,
and-
show yourself.
Like where
John,
we're at
sorry,
right
John,
now. It's
John.
beautiful.
No.
She'll tell my mom. Why? I don't get in trouble with my mom.
Right.
she'll be like I'm
That's my fault.
disappointed.
That's
in
my
the
fault.
way
didn't
that
raise
you-
it to
This
be
is
that
the one
way.
episode she's gonna watch.
She said it.
So a woman does run things in your family.
Yeah. When all is said and done.
She does.
Whoever cooks for me, that's who runs.
Yo, when all is said and done, I ain't gonna finish that sentence. But when all is said and done, women have,
By the way,
They get their due.
I come from two moms.
Okay.
Not the gay two moms like now. Like
Holy
my,
shit.
my mother and my older sister are like my moms. No, I had to clarify.
Yo, we're like, what is it? Day 29 on Friday.
No, because of Pride Month, I want them to know I'm not shitting on you guys having your two people. My two people are different.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you. So okay, I'm sure there were times you guys went out and your mom paid for dinner, right?
She always did.
Okay. And what if you go with your mom now? You absolutely will pay for her. Would you ever
Hell
let
no,
her?
mommy still pays
So why is it okay for your mom to pay but not the girls you date?
because I'm her son.
No, that's like if anything, you should be paying for her.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
your mom.
Say, mom, you got the
More
bill in
than the girl you're
Spanish,
dating.
please.
Right. That's
More
what
than
I'm
the girl you're
saying.
dating.
Yes.
I'll be
What
like,
if the girl
yo,
you're
mom,
dating-
I want these sneakers now, yo.
What if the girl you're dating
Cash
doesn't
at me.
last? Like, what if the next girl that, like, if you decide to date, what if she doesn't last? Then that's a temporary thing that you're paying for. When your mom, she'll always be
He's
there.
gonna
pay for her.
That's the man he is.
No, that's true.
Hansel's gonna do that every single
You should
time because
take her out tomorrow.
Mommy, I'm sorry.
So you should take her out tomorrow.
I'll give you my credit card.
No, that works too.
No, actually, I'm joking. I do have my mother as authorized user of my
Oh,
card.
that's cool. No, that's good.
She has like all my cards pretty
nice,
much.
nice. Yeah.
That's good.
That is-
So you would say that it would be a turn off or it would not be a turn off?
It wouldn't be a turn off. I don't think it'd be a
Okay.
turn. Like I said, it's just now that times are changing and
Yeah.
things are different. I
Yeah.
can see that view.
Yeah.
When I got into a relationship with my child's mother, it was not that view because the times were still different.
Okay.
You understand? That's 2013.
Yeah.
So our relationship already progressed that way.
Okay.
Right now, if we're in these times, am I going to be comfortable with it? Probably not.
Okay.
But if she, let's say a girl meets me right now, and she's like, "Yo, this Friday we're going such and such, da 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 da." Let's do it. Like I'm not gonna be like, "Nah,
Okay.
no."
Okay.
Now I do say this: if I'm at the table and the bill comes,
Yeah.
I know myself personally.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no way she's gonna handle it.
I agree.
Right.
Personally, I can't.
No,
Like it's not in my. It's not me.
Okay. So even splitting it, you're just like, no.
No.
I'm with him.
Okay.
But I understand why.
Yeah.
That's probably just us holding on to as men, holding on to what makes us valuable.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just
okay.
being honest about.
So there's the financial aspect that you guys feel that makes you valuable, makes you feel like you're.
That's our role.
I don't.
Right.
I just
No,
don't-
that is
I
our
can't- I
role.
don't feel comfortable.
But because that's your role.
Because that's your role.
Oh,
feel
okay.
You know what I mean?
you
Like,
should be the
therefore- That
brings me
provider,
value?
in a
So-
sense.
no, so then you
I
lose
think
your role.
inside it brings you value.
No, I think the value is
I
that I'm
think
probably smarter than her. I'm a better speaker.
Well, women just started reading like
I
what,
could
40 years
bench
ago,
more
50 years
than her.
ago.
I don't think women are like trying to bench, but like, okay, let's say if you're dating a girl, I'll give you an example. She's in law school right now. Then she
Nice.
eventually becomes like junior partner at
Yo,
her
stop
firm,
bringing up
and then-
like girls I dated and stuff. Yo, are you doing that right now?
I wasn't, but he just called himself out. And then she became like junior partner, and then now she's like a partner at the firm, and her
Yeah.
name is on it.
And she
right?
buys me the Rolex I always wanted.
Okay, yes, sure.
I'll take it.
As a Christmas gift, sure. As a
Right,
push
right.
present when she has a baby.
Right?
She buys you a push present.
Push it out.
Okay.
35K on my
Can
wrist.
you write down this stuff?
right?
But then you in your job, you're kind of at the same place, but you're content. You like the money that you're making, but she keeps having this upward, advance to her career. Do you guys ever feel like, damn, like I'm inferior? Like, what else do I offer? Like, she has all these things going on for her. Because I know
I would.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not something that I would like be happy to admit. It's like on something like deep within me. I'll be uncomfortable and be like, why do I feel this way? I think that's why a lot of men battle that sometimes, where they get like frustrated with something like that, but they don't really know why. But if I'm being honest, I probably would feel like, I don't think I would be happy to feel that way, but I think I probably would feel like kind of lost a
Yeah.
little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
I
what
think
do
a
have
lot
to-
depends on her though, how she makes you feel as well.
Well, I was gonna say that. Yeah, then I
That's
think
true too. That's true too.
If
Yeah.
she's there and she's like, "Yo, I got us," and she's really you're gonna feel the vibes. I don't
Yeah,
care
yeah,
who
yeah.
you are. I'm a Pisces, so I feel everything. But anybody's gonna be like, "Yo, I got you," and you're gonna know if she got you or not.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, if she's there, like, "Yo, you don't want to do anything else with your life," that'll change everything.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's right. Personally, I think she's.
But
right.
you don't want somebody to motivate you though.
Yeah, exactly. That would be motivation.
It
in a
depends
way.
on
That
how
would
she
be motivation.
If she's
Yeah.
saying like, "What are you doing, you bum?" or opposed to like being
That,
like,
that
hey,
doesn't motivate me. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
me be bummier. I'm be like, "Oh, you want to see a bum?" bitch?
That is.
You want to see Al Bundy? I got you
I
right
close.
now.
Not that I've seen him go into that mode.
No, but
That's really bad to say
boom.
that. But
Yeah,
I'm saying
no,
I
no.
know his personality is kind of like, you're gonna challenge me. I'm gonna show you that you're right.
You got it. I'm the biggest bum on earth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
I'm the
I
biggest
agree.
bum that you've seen this far.
Fire.
I agree. I feel
Fire,
like
John.
there
You become a
it's a
rapper.
way to really communicate that if you're like, hey babe, like let's just keep this moving so that we can like build financially. That's short. Like
Oh,
great
good example, right?
Yeah.
I'm in real estate, right? So if I'm with that girl and she's making $612,000 a year, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yo, guapo, I love your real estate dream. Let's invest in a building. Let's do this together."
Yeah.
That to me is motivating.
Yeah.
That's the type of motivation.
That's a motivation,
Yeah,
though.
because
Right, right,
that's
right,
for you
yeah.
guys together.
Right.
It's not like, well, I'm
Yeah.
here, so what are you doing?
Correct.
It's more like,
Yeah.
what can we do
Right.
together
Yeah.
to continue to make money or build like a better life for us? Not even only about making money, but
Yeah.
build a better life for
Correct.
us.
For sure.
But there are I know of women who have, I guess you could say, they're just moving faster in their careers than their significant others.
But I feel like there has to be like don't pass my resume to a CEO. There has to be some more effort too on the guys end,
For sure.
or the girls and vice
Right.
versa. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna fix his resume for him or fix her resume for her, then go hand it into my boss or
Yeah.
whoever this contact that I have, because you're just enabling them. Don't you think?
Yeah,
it
I
should be
agree.
more of a, hey, this is maybe where you should start. Type stuff, because I feel like. Again, you'll be like, all right, when I fall off, she'll help me out, or he'll help me out again. You know what I mean? So I would like somebody to be like.
But that's why I like that we feel that way.
What is it?
It's
that
actually
you-
a motivating thing
like,
for us.
say that girl that made 612,000, she was like, yo, you know what? I know you're passionate about this, so you know what? I'm gonna give you 10K for Purple Cups and Champagne, and y'all just do what you got to do. You know
I'll
what
say
I
it
mean?
right now. That happened to our boy Jason, right? Jason was in this freak accident or whatever. His wife, she was in construction.
Oh shit.
And she saw like he had a real passion for real estate,
Okay.
and he needed like $90K for a mentor that was going to take his money and do this and that. Yo, and when she saw him like his career was done with the other shit, she was like, "Yo, here's a check.
Yeah.
Go make it happen."
Yeah.
She didn't ask no questions, and that gave him the drive. Like, yo, there's no way I'm fucking up this $90K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's pulling in stupid money.
But I'd like to think that they had
She
that
empowered him.
conversation together
course.
to be
Yeah.
like, hey, look, this is how you're gonna go about. I don't think she handed it him. She definitely said,
No, she knew
What
his
are you
shit,
What
yeah.
are you planning on doing with
Yes.
this? You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like you have to have that.
Yeah.
Well,
You
she
have
saw
to-
him go
that
out there
conversation.
and find
Right,
his
she-
coach.
she- she
That's
saw-
the thing.
she saw it,
He
right,
found
right, right.
that
She
he
saw the
was
drive.
motivated
Exactly.
himself.
Right.
And he was
Like,
trying to find how to get the
you can't
funding.
Right.
Take someone who's just like complacent in their job
question,
and
yeah.
doesn't want to do anything else and
Yeah.
be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do.
Well,
you
that
know?
kind of person, I'm assuming, would be the kind of person that's okay with being in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if a person was complacent and they were someone who makes a lot more money, I'm pretty sure. I'm assuming, but they would probably be okay with
Yeah.
the person who's making more money to pay for everything that they.
Yeah,
That's true. There are some men that
are
get
okay with
comfortable in
that.
the idea
Yeah.
of like a woman paying for things and saying like, "Hey, it feels nice to."
I find that crazy.
No, but that's the
I
reality
do.
of it. There are people. There are
do.
people who say like, "You invited me out today, so you pay for the date."
Well, she's a
When-
90s baby. So she makes sense when she's saying, like, yo, it's okay if you feel that way.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
No,
Like-
I get
and
that.
it's
I get
being
that.
normalized now.
Yeah.
If anything, it's
Hate
being
that word.
normalized now. Why?
He does. He hates that word. He said it last episode, I think, right?
I said that out loud right now?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, well, yeah, I hate that word.
Why?
I hate the word normalize.
Okay.
I hate the word equality. I hate
That's crazy,
like,
right?
Specific like trigger words that are used.
That are popular nowadays.
Like, you know,
so
people
they
like,
overuse in a way.
let's
Inclusivity.
normalize, even something simple, like let's normalize feeling good about losing your job or something like that. I hate those type of things because what they do is they create a platform to excuse whatever's going on.
I get you. Sometimes they do.
I
When
think
used
that-
wrong.
When it used to be
Yeah.
used
Wrong.
correctly,
Yeah.
it was cool.
Yeah.
Now everything is normalize this, normalize that.
But I
Let's
think that
normalize hating
there-
yourself.
No,
No,
but I
that's
think
not-
there are things that it was a little bit either taboo or people just shouldn't talk about
Yeah.
before. You know, like maybe
Men kissing?
No,
No, but like-
maybe like in the workplace, feeling like I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of something in the workplace.
Hating your
Maybe,
job
like,
and still doing it.
Verbal assault or verbal
Yeah.
aggression in the workplace, and it was just kind of like you're supposed to take it. This is your boss, and they're supposed to
Yeah,
talk
man
to
up
you
type shit.
any
Oh, that
way
happened with
they
the Mets
want,
this year, yeah.
But you can normalize of speaking up and talking.
Yeah.
And talking to HR, whomever, about the situation, or normalize having an honest conversation with your boss. Whereas before it was like, "That's your boss. Oh my God, he's coming. Don't say anything. Don't have an
but,
opinion." Like,
my problem is with the word. I mean, and maybe I'm
Okay.
wrong. Like I said, there must be some. Like I'll get a
maybe it's the
thesaurus.
connotation, or maybe
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what it's.
I think your
attached
experience,
to.
exactly,
I
your
think what
experience
you're
with the word,
hearing,
yeah.
or if you're watching like Netflix shows and they're like, normalize this, normalize that. I think that's like a little
Yeah.
annoying for you because it's a lot of changes.
It's the memes.
Yeah, I think he has a
That's
problem
it.
with anything that's become a meme. Not anything that's
Yeah.
become a meme, but you know what I mean? Like things that
No, pretty much.
have been overused almost. Like
Yeah,
things that were
like-
a good cause, I guess.
Again,
and then
like
they
if you
ended
took
up,
whatever it was before,
Yeah.
and just made it like in the broad spectrum, something that could be used for everything. Like now you're killing its meaning. You're killing its
Okay.
purpose. Like normalizing speaking up for being fucking assaulted or
Yeah.
sexual harassment. I'm with that all
Okay.
day. I have a daughter.
You're right.
Last thing I need is her thinking it's normal.
or like they'll say like normalize saying no when your friends invite you out just because no.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's something that I think has actually been useful in a way because a lot of
Yeah.
people have been
But
scared to
that's
speak
what
up and
So you
I'm
gotta
the
give
no
it
These
a
are
king.
reason.
subjective.
Or
So
why.
you find that speaking up if you're being abused is good.
1000%.
You find that about like not going out with your friends just because they pressure you to go out.
Yeah,
But
but
those are
that's not the reason,
subjective.
yeah.
Those are things that personally for you guys you feel like this makes sense to me. But maybe normalizing smoking weed in public and not being shunned for it,
Yes.
not having someone go like this to
Yes.
it. That could be for somebody else,
Yeah.
you know?
So that would be
So-
for me. Without this part, I don't even care about that. I literally just feel really uncomfortable when people. I was actually telling Brenda that the other day. She was
Yeah.
like, "Are you high?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." And please don't ever tell me that because that shit like kills my high.
Let's normalize.
I
looking
hate when people
high.
tell me that I look high. I hate when people tell me that
So
shit.
you told
man.
her, let's not normalize you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
let's not,
See, he
let's
used
not
it.
normalize.
He said it. He said, "Let's normalize me being
No, I
high."
said let's
right?
yeah, or that.
Yeah.
I'm high.
That's my own
92% of the
battle.
time.
That's my own battle to face.
Okay,
man.
so,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just so I think it's being normalized now that when you are dating, whether you're in a relationship or you're just dating multiple people, however, that women we want to be looked at as independent, especially if we are independent,
for sure.
and that we don't necessarily need the same chivalry that men are expected to give, and let's
Okay.
just like redefine that,
Right.
You know, so yes, you could. I don't know.
I would
like-
say because a majority of what's going on right now,
Yeah.
and I've seen it personally. It's not like some make believe shit,
Right.
Where it's like, yo, you gotta understand, I'm equal. I'm this. I run my own shit. I don't need anything from you. Da 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 da. Yet you better make sure on my birthday I get the Chanel bag, and on your birthday I'll
That's
get
what I
you
was
some
saying
Nikes.
before about the idea
so I
versus
think that's
action.
I
know?
think that's too. I think there are some women because whether it's from past experiences, whether it's from seeing their moms or women in their family kind of be treated unfairly because they were dependent on a man. They're like, no, that's it. Like for me, I have my own shit. I don't need anything from anyone else. And it's unfortunate that they're
Miserable.
giving off that energy to. It's not miserable though. That's
No,
not fair to say that they're
I agree.
miserable
I agree.
because
Actually, stop labeling.
yes.
I just think it's a time we're in.
I'm
One
learning
foot
their
in,
words.
one foot out. Like they learn from. They have to. We all have.
That's a good thing because I think
Sounds
my
great.
daughter,
Yeah.
if I have a daughter, I think that it will
God
be
willing you
normalized.
have a boy.
I know I do want a boyfriend.
Yes,
I want
No.
twin boys.
boys forever.
Yeah, I mean, if
You don't
I
want that
could-
daughter life.
If I could, sure, I'll have a boy first. But anyways, I think in her generation, I think it will be normalized
Yeah.
that things are a little bit more equal when it comes
Yeah.
to men and women, and the expectations will be a little bit different. I think it is still nice for traditional things to happen, for like a guy to pay on the first date, or if it's your birthday, like of course he should be paying and
Yeah.
he should do something nice, just
Yeah.
as you should do something
I was
nice
gonna
for
say,
him.
I agree.
Because like you brought
I
up
agree.
with like the Chanel bag, yeah, okay, he got you the Chanel bag, but then for his birthday, make sure you come through. Make sure it's not just like a card
Yeah.
and like a
What do
and
girls
just,
who
like,
don't work and they're like their man just supports them like completely, just like super rich? Like how does that work? Like,
I
and it's
don't
for
know.
everybody here. Like, what do you guys think like happens there? Like, all right, your birthday, that girl's birthday, I go and get her, whatever. But like she doesn't work. Like,
Well, it's
what
like-
does she do? She takes my money and just
Yeah,
buys something
it's like
that
we were
I
talking
may
I
about
don't
like
know
or
acts
any
of-
women that don't work.
That's a good answer.
You got a cool crew.
That's a good answer.
But if we talk about acts of service, it goes like when we're talking about the love languages with you. Acts of service, even if it's your own money, you feel that you like the fact that not for nothing. I know she's been saving up the money I give her, but
Yeah.
she thought about me like, not
instead
for
of buying whatever.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
Okay.
women now, like women who are supported by men, at least from what I've like heard or stuff like
On
from like
TV, yeah.
housewives and stuff like that. I think they give them like allowances, and then that's to like support them.
Yeah.
The house, like, because like she shouldn't be like, hey, we need more Lysol wipes. Can I get some money? It's
Yeah.
like a lump sum. Their
That's true.
accountant
And
will
budget-
give them
and budget this.
and
Yeah,
then they
exactly.
budget it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but also like there are a lot of women
Yeah, that
that
worked for Shaq with Shawnee O'Neal. She's hiding money. Bring that up though.
But hey, look at her now. She built this whole empire for
Oh,
herself.
Shaq's
so.
back. That's why he got. That's why he got to promote the general.
He likes that.
General
He's in
though.
that Buick. He don't
No,
fit
he-
in.
likes
he's
that
Papa
stuff.
John now.
I actually saw some fast food shit in the mall. He was like on the
man.
ad and
Yeah.
shit.
Yo, Charles
Oh,
Jackson,
shit,
like, what
he's
the fuck
fucked.
don't you promote?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he likes that to stay relevant. What else is he gonna do?
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, I just think that they probably did like have an allowance and they'll like, separate some of that money. But there are some people that don't work and they still don't show appreciation for their men.
Yeah.
Because it's just like this is just normal. Like I take care of your kids, that's all that. No, but like you should still show appreciation.
No question.
to him.
Yeah, no question. I think that a lot of times those situations are what they are because the guy's okay with it sometimes as
For
well.
sure.
Like, yeah, you know what
for
I mean?
sure. Yeah. It's just it's their thing. And who are we
Exactly.
to judge their situation?
question.
If it works for them, for her not to work and for him to provide everything and her to be dependent on him, that works for them. As a person who is a little bit more independent, I would say she should kind of set something up.
I
Not
agree.
like Shawnee, but something up
No,
where
yeah.
she has something going on for herself. For if it doesn't work out, but sometimes
So,
that's not.
I
the
agree.
whole
Long story
situation.
short, where we all stand. I'm still old school. I do everything in terms of that type of shit.
Okay.
You're new school.
Okay.
Splits bill. Joshua still is undecided.
Okay, no, it's not only like splits bill. It's like it doesn't like.
I thought you were going
he
to
can-
defend me.
I don't think he's
He's not undecided. He said,
No, go ahead.
He's
Go ahead.
not
So do
necessarily
you say?
innocent.
So you had the extra soda?
Yeah.
Do you bust it down?
I
Break it
don't
down?
think-
Tracy's
no,
like
no, no,
$42.
no, no.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that extra
I
soda.
told you there was no refills.
I
and
didn't
you
have
didn't
that.
listen.
You wanted to get the apps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you, you love apps, and now we're taking a whole bunch of food home.
Or like we're packing up the food,
Facts.
but since I paid for this much of the bill, do
Yeah.
I take the food home?
makes
Exactly.
sense.
That's interesting.
No,
Shout-
no,
you
shout
take
out-
2/3.
That's actually interesting.
No. But who takes the food
Right,
home,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's actually
no.
interesting.
I think that I've been fortunate enough to date people where it's kind of like they'll get certain things, and then I'll be like, no, I'll feel bad
you
sometimes.
feel
if-
fortunate that they split with you?
No, not split. Like they'll pay for certain
Oh,
things.
okay,
I don't
okay.
feel fortunate to split.
Yeah.
Let's just get that out there.
Your-
I don't
your
think
mom's-
anybody
your mom's
does.
kid.
I
Your
don't
mom's
think
kid so
anybody
much.
does, but I don't think it's fair necessarily. I think that if I'm enjoying my time with you too, and you paid for brunch and the
You pay for the
whatever,
movie, I get the nachos.
and like we drove here and you like paid
Yeah,
for
kinda
gas
though.
or whatever. You know what I mean? I feel bad. I feel like I'm like Guyanese people say whatless. Like I just feel like there's nothing.
You
that
guys
I
are
have
right,
to offer.
Guyanese people.
I feel like I have nothing to offer right now. I'm just like, oh yeah. But if it's my birthday, I'll take it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Like
Yeah.
I appreciate this. But or if it's like a special day or something, I'll appreciate
Valentine's.
it. Valentine's Day, or if it's like a thing for me that I did something great and he wants to congratulate me,
Yeah.
sure. But then also when it's your time and
Yeah.
you did something great, I'm gonna congratulate you and I'm gonna show you that. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, let's split this bill. It's
Love
for your
that.
birthday.
Like, yo, here's a pack of boxers. Enjoy your day.
No, see even that. Why am I getting somebody boxers? That's a
Yeah.
necessity.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Here's wife beaters.
No, that's a necessity. What are you
here's-
talking
I
about?
got you the
Underwear,
Yeezy
bro.
with the holes in it.
Underwear. They're
They got
all
the holes in
underwear.
I got you the Yeezys from Walmart.
Yeah, right?
You heard about that?
Yo, I tried to order them and I stopped.
Yo,
I should have,
yeah.
but they took them
Why?
You should
away.
have got it. They're gonna be
Why?
limited edition now.
Yeah,
yo,
I know.
They take
I
it off
wanted
the
to
shelves,
just
yo.
to like fuck with Buddha because he actually paid like $400 for his.
Hey.
But whatever.
Yeah.
And you'd have wear the red on the show too. I know you would have.
Nah, it
Should've.
was, man, with the white
Should've.
socks up to here.
You should have.
All right, well, let's move it along. Let's jump to my favorite topic of the week.
Brunch, man.
Brunch banter.
This was
knew
a
it
good
had
one
to
this
be.
week.
What was it?
I didn't vote, but it was.
Wait,
it
did
was
you
a
not
good
I
vote?
voted. I voted.
You voted?
Okay.
You didn't vote?
I
didn't
voted.
vote, no.
You voted?
I voted.
I
I was
voted as
indisposed.
well. Fayed, you voted?
He won't just say yes. He won't really
All right,
know.
I guess
one.
not.
What are you talking about?
Why not?
No.
That's nothing
He's
to do
talking
with
about New
your
York.
papers.
He's talking about like, yo,
We're not talking about, we're not talking about
I'm not registered to
citizenship.
vote.
We're talking about this
Talking
show.
about the Instagram poll.
Nah.
It's all right, man.
That's a great answer. I accept that.
Brunch
Take that.
banter
Anytime he
question.
doesn't want to vote,
Yeah.
he's just like,
Yeah,
yo,
he's like-
I can't vote.
I can't, man. I ain't trying to get deported. Brunch banter question this week was: should we unfriend the friends of our exes?
No, man. That's not what it is. The friends of our exes.
That's what he wrote.
No. Should we unfriend
Hold on.
our friends' exes?
No.
Why?
Oh, that too. That's a good question too, though.
Yeah, our friends' exes. Exactly.
Yo,
yeah.
don't be looking at my phone.
Exactly.
Shit that I gotta hear.
That was the question.
That was the question.
Should we unfriend our friends' exes or
Yeah.
continue the nexus?
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
but I didn't write the continue the nexus.
Yeah, we don't have to write the continue the nexus part, but should we unfriend
That's
our
the
friends'
rhyme.
exes? Our friends' exes.
Don't ever cut my questions down from the great ass rhyme scheme that I added.
That's
man.
facts. No, rhyme scheme was top notch.
Josh, retype it next time.
All right, I got
Yeah,
you.
thanks,
That's
guys.
on me.
So it's not
man.
about our ex's friends. It's about our friends' exes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't like being friends with my friends' significant others until like they're serious. Because I also feel like, what if you're out with me and he doesn't know, and I just don't want to be in the middle of that? I don't want to
Yeah.
have to block him from my. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, yeah.
So unless I know you're serious,
You thought way ahead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I'm
You were-
considerate.
Runs in the family.
Yeah,
You're
I
a
see.
thinker.
I'm
You a
considerate.
thinker,
like-
bro.
I also
Not
feel
me.
like- But also,
Paul Rudd,
if
not
I
me.
haven't met
I don't
them,
block people from my stories.
also if I haven't met them, I think it's weird. Why are we following each other on social media? I haven't met you. You're my friend's partner. Like when I meet you and we build something, then yeah, sure. we
Well,
can
let's
follow
go
each
further
other.
then. So
Yeah.
they've been together for 11 months,
Okay.
right? And you met them. You guys went out on double dates and all that shit.
I hate double dates. but yeah.
All right, you went out on a triple date. Okay. Well, the more the merrier, I guess.
I don't know about
All right,
that.
you guys all went to, I don't know, Chelsea Piers to like fucking bowl. And you guys met there and shit. And you're like, hey, Franklin.
Hey, at least she didn't say y'all went to have a hookah or something like that. You know what I'm
Right?
saying?
Yeah,
He's
no,
trying
right.
to say you
You
know,
would've.
trying to say
Yeah.
what's
What,
Little Guyana?
You doing better, man. You doing
I
better
didn't
now,
even
man.
know they had. I didn't even know they had.
Hey, Hot Stepper.
I
You
didn't
know
even-
that's Fai's favorite song at the hookah spot?
Nah, it is.
Here comes the hot
Here comes the hot stepper.
Burn them up.
Good to know.
I learned this
Right?
after 20 years. I never knew that.
So he requests it.
I'm the
No,
lyrical
it would be the
guy.
first song he would play every
Okay.
time he took the control of the hookah.
Excuse me,
Pandora.
Mr. Officer.
Why do we know so much of this song?
That's my shit right there. I do
tried.
know the song.
It's a hit, first of all,
The
guys.
song's ill.
Sorry, man, that shit threw me off. Sorry.
Okay, so you were.
But yeah,
saying-
so they will get together
Yeah.
for
Oh
11
yeah,
months.
Chelsea
Boom.
Piers. They're going.
Yeah.
All of a
Well, on a
sudden,
date,
she
uh-huh.
cheated on Franklin. They broke up.
And she's my friend.
Yes.
I know,
Okay.
right? Up all names.
All right.
Is she dating Snowfall?
What are you
I
gonna?
know.
What are you gonna do?
Right.
Unfriend Frank?
She cheated on him. Oh, and then they broke up.
Yeah.
If they're not together, and if she said like asked me like, hey, you know, like I just don't like I want to cut all ties with him. Yeah, like why not?
No, but if she didn't ask you, just like on your own, you just
no,
keep
I
him
feel like
there.
that's a lot of energy for me to go and
Yeah,
unfriend
yeah.
you. If, however, he's reaching out to me like, oh, what is she the bitch? Like she,
Yeah, yeah.
then yeah.
Then, yeah,
Oh,
I get
hell
you.
no.
No, I get you. I
Yeah.
get you. I get
But
you.
I just don't feel like I'm gonna go out of my way. But after some time, like when I'm cleaning up my friends and stuff, I definitely would. Let
So
it
you do
go.
that every once in a while?
Yeah.
Do you guys do that?
for sure.
Do you guys do like a purge?
Like a
'Cause I
detox?
think there's
Yeah,
just
like exactly, like a
yeah,
purge
for
and just
sure.
going to. Do you
There's
do that?
certain
I don't do
people-
that. I have people from my friends list like.
Yeah, nah, there's
I
some.
haven't
seen him since
I'm not-
amnesia.
yeah.
For
You
sure.
have to also look
Body
at
amnesia by now.
Body for sure.
You have to look at your. By the way, like I went there for my 21st birthday. It was
Oh,
like-
yeah?
Yeah, it was like a great experience.
Nice, I'm glad.
think I only had one friend who turned 21 also.
Oh wow.
Because all my other friends are younger than I am.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and
You used
it
to
was
own
us,
that
it was
spot.
John.
Did you guys?
Yeah, I know.
You didn't hit me up for that?
Yeah, I think
Like
you were
that
there.
meal? Okay, I was gonna say probably.
Yeah,
yeah.
you were there.
I hope
did.
I hope it was a nice guy.
It was you, Jigs,
When not?
Neggy,
Never know.
a whole bunch of people. there.
Juan came,
Yeah,
Faid
yeah.
came.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we all came.
Oh,
But
nice, nice.
That was like a nice memory of
I'm
it. Yeah,
glad.
yeah.
I'm glad.
I wasn't
And I know
allowed
like
there
Chris
at that
Brown
time.
used to go there all the time.
Yeah,
so I'd
yeah,
be
yeah.
like, guys, I hope he's there that night.
Yeah, nah.
He was not.
He
Who,
was not.
Zion?
No, Chris Brown.
Oh.
I knew you were gonna say that. I was trying to avoid that story. He didn't slap him. He got into beef for him.
Really?
Yeah, he got into beef with him.
Okay.
I wasn't there for it, but he
Like
got
Kid
into beef with him.
Capri?
I just came outside and they were just arguing. He was getting on the tour bus and shit.
Kid Capri got slapped.
Really?
The owner of the club just punched me in my face.
Yeah.
It's
Catch
on
that on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Go look at it.
By your dad?
Yeah.
My dad's
Wow.
yeah.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Oh, they're still in court about it?
Well, no.
No, no,
I'm
no.
just kidding. I'm
Not
kidding.
at all. Nah.
Just joking.
That's how you know, yo, Kid Capri, you got snuffed.
Yeah.
Not because the time is gone, so it's
What
cool.
happens on Earth stays on Earth.
What was that, Jim Jones?
Nah, it was Kid Capri, man. On Damn.
Oh, I don't listen to him.
Wait, so you were saying...
You started with
I
the
guess
body
you could.
stuff. You threw us on a tangent, man.
Wait, why?
No, not at all.
Okay.
We were talking about unfriending, obviously.
Yeah.
So we're still on that.
I don't
topic.
unfriend my exes. Why would I expect my...
no, I'm saying you don't-
Oh,
so
you
you
were
go on a
saying
purge.
You still have friends from any.
Yeah,
amnesia
exactly.
on
You go on
your
a
date,
purge,
and we were saying
exactly.
that we cleaned
No,
up.
nobody here purges. Oh,
Nah, Cheddie
Apparently
does.
you
Well,
guys
the
all-
Cheddies do, I should say.
It's a
'cause
Cheddie thing.
I think it's just really
Petty.
um,
Cheddies.
It's not petty. I think that you are special if you get to follow us. You know what I mean? You get to.
Well, your shit is
see-
private?
Yeah. For
Okay,
sure.
okay, okay.
You get to.
Your
see,
shit is
like,
private?
No.
I don't think so.
it's private.
Maybe now.
You're a man with a private account?
I can't believe that.
But I think when
I
you
think it's-
post
yeah, it's
personal
private.
things like your family and your mom and stuff like that, you don't want just random.
No, it's not.
No, I get it.
No, it's
You
not.
don't want like
Please
certain
tell me not.
nightclubs
People like my
following
picture
you.
from RB.
No, I don't disagree with you.
Banter.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you, not at all.
Yeah.
This I even regret.
Women should be
shout out
private.
to everybody from work, but I regret everybody following me from work.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure. Because if you
I don't
call
expect you to
out-
exactly. I don't expect you to know this part of my life.
Dude,
I'm
you
not trying to
don't
put this
post
out
it.
to you.
Exactly.
You
Because
know,
if you call out, I remember I used to.
I do, this show.
One time, like I had this coworker and she followed like my brother, and she followed John.
Yeah.
Sorry. She followed John, and
look
then she
good?
followed me. She followed John, and she followed me, and then like she knew John was in Japan or whatever. So then like the next day I came in and I was wearing like a kimono blazer kind of thing. And she was like, "Oh, did your brother bring this for you from Japan?" And
wow,
I'm like,
that's creepy.
"No, actually no."
Yeah.
One.
Creepalicious.
And also,
Yeah.
like, that's just weird that you know so much of my personal life, but we're not that close.
Yeah.
You know what
There's
I mean?
a rule. I'm not trying to get off the topic, but this about social media. I feel like if you have a coworker, they shouldn't comment on like, "Yo, I saw this weekend, man. Yo, you turning up." Like,
Yeah,
yo,
but-
just leave it be. That's
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just leave
I
it be.
agree.
That's
Or
it.
if you don't come
If
in one day and they're like, "Oh, I saw them at the brunch
yeah,
yesterday."
or even if you say like,
But
"Hey,"
you guys shared it.
but there has to be like unwritten rules.
You want some
to the
etiquette
game.
behind it?
Yes.
100%.
Cheddie's right.
Like,
It's
don't-
if
the
you
Cheddies
go-
are right.
It's like if you go.
I don't want you to put like an eggplant on my picture.
Like, damn, man, I saw you at SDK. You got the meat sweats today, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, pause.
But it's like if you go out for drinks after work, nobody
Yeah.
talks about it the next day because
Yeah, yeah.
nobody wants to talk about who was drunk, who
No
left
question.
with who. You know what I mean?
That's a good example.
Wait,
yeah,
I have
for
to ask
sure.
something. You're an educator, correct? Is it true that on the last day of school, all
Oh,
the
yeah.
teachers go to
For
bars
sure.
and go ape shit?
I don't know about ape shit, but they definitely like that
When is,
last day.
isn't
is
the
like
last day coming up?
The last day was Friday.
Yeah, Johnny, we out.
Fuck, we missed
we
it.
missed
Yeah.
it.
It was Friday.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You guys are 100%
Every-
serious too.
every
I know, we
teacher friend I
really
had-
are.
Every teacher friend I had, they were like out getting
Drunk
drinks.
as
Some of them
fuck.
like hopped on flights the next day because
Nothing
this was a
like
really
a
hard
drunk
year
Yeah,
for
for
them.
sure.
you
For
know?
sure.
Yeah. Teacher from home.
Shout out to everybody in education. Seriously, during COVID and everything is
Yeah,
fucking crazy. Seriously,
That's
so
a
they were
fact.
just
Shout
really
out Miss
happy just to
Katz
get
and
to
Miss
the
Calandra.
end. You know,
yo, they put so much on their
your
fucking
teachers?
on their
Yeah.
on their plate.
what grades?
OD.
Kindergarten.
Aw.
No, not my teachers.
Oh,
Penelope's
They're-
teachers.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so nice.
Yeah.
Aw.
We gave them a fucking nice ass gift card. You better
Yeah,
like
no,
us.
don't. I don't like when parents do that. Don't remind. Like
I'm
we
trying to
do-
bribe her so
Yeah.
that she can tell the next first grade teacher,
Oh
yo,
my
take
God.
care of Penelope Contreras.
You think that's how it works?
It's not?
It might.
Oh, I'm done.
Wait,
never
wait,
know.
What are the gift cards?
What
I
if
need
it
to know.
doesn't?
What are the gift cards?
We could reverse it.
Well, hope not Bath and Body.
Yo, you got her Victoria's Secret?
No,
gift
we
card?
gave her a
What the
Visa
fuck?
card.
Oh, that's
like the
nice.
Visa
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we didn't know what she wants to spend. I'm
That's
like,
good. I hate when parents.
Who am I to
will
tell you
give,
what to
like candles? You know, me candles and lotion.
Yo, and
have
mugs. Like, who wants a fucking
a
mug
or a
again?
mug with
Apples.
or a picture frame with your child in it.
Yeah.
It's like that's nice,
Yeah.
but
Yo,
Damn.
you trying to tell me somebody didn't give you a Chipotle gift card? You ain't taking it?
I'm taking that
no,
shit.
I
I'm
said that's
taking it.
fine. But I
Oh.
said
All
be
day.
like be thoughtful in your
100%.
gift cards. Don't. Give
So is
me
this a
All
lie?
day.
Where she goes, Penny was one of my favorite students in the class. Parentheses, don't tell anyone.
Parentheses. What?
Don't tell anyone. Shh.
I mean, yeah. Is it a lie? Oh, I don't think so. I think she liked her.
Okay.
But I don't know. She probably thinks you have like friends of other parents in the classroom.
No, I don't talk to any parents.
Yeah,
But I
but she
think
just
she
thinks
probably
she's just
thinks that.
protecting
She
herself.
doesn't
Yeah,
know.
she's protecting
Yeah.
herself, man.
They'd be like, hey, Mr. Contreras. I'm like, what's up? Now keep rolling.
That's
So you're not really friends with them.
Would you join the PTA?
No.
Hell no.
Yeah,
I hope not,
Nah,
man.
why not?
Why not?
Me on
Johnny?
PTA? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah?
That's true.
What are you talking?
You're right.
want
I'm just
my
saying I
client.
wanted to join the PTA because like I feel like when parents are that involved, I know you're involved in your daughter's life 100%. I'm just saying when parents are involved like in PTA meetings and shit like that, it usually goes good. Like they actually be on top of their school, like shit. Those parents.
Do
and
you
knowing
want?
exactly
Do you want when they're planning like the school barbecue and they're like, yeah, so we got 100 hot dogs.
I
Hey,
get
yo,
it. Yeah,
pause.
you're right.
In the back of the auditorium.
Yo,
I
100%.
know.
Pause.
And I think he'll
Pause.
also
Pause.
Be
Pause.
there handing
Yo,
out the
ain't no
pizza
glizzies.
at movie night.
The thing is, do you
I'm
guys
saying,
want Penelope
say
to
hot
get
dog, I'm gonna
canceled?
say pause.
Do you want Penelope to get canceled
Why would
when
she?
they see my stories?
No, because just because
But why are they seeing your story?
That's what I'm saying. Once you
Why
become
are they
PTA
saying-
friends,
Nah,
it's like,
his stories are
That's not
oh my
controversial.
God, I'm on Facebook. Like, could you add?
Why they have that
No,
voice?
say,
Why do they have that
Why do
voice?
they talk like that? Why are
Because
you?
a lot of the parents there are gay.
Johnny,
I
what
seen
the
it.
fuck, man?
I seen it.
Like a 20 and seen it.
What the fuck, man?
Penelope's like, why does Frank have two dads?
Jesus, man.
Just kidding. There is no Frank in Penelope's class. That name just came up
Yo,
today.
where's Frank? Or you watching too much
Franklin,
Snowfall?
Frank.
You watching too much
Franklin?
Snowfall?
Yeah, word.
Snowfall.
Oh, you're watching. Oh, are you
You either
caught
got
up?
beef with
Yeah.
Oh,
you either
okay.
got beef with a Frank or
Don't
I
you
want
think
beef
that
with Frank.
ending
That's
was?
the
It could have
glizzy.
been a
I haven't-
better.
I haven't seen
Oh,
Snowball.
okay, never
Sorry,
mind.
sorry,
this is
sorry.
why he cannot be on the
no,
PTA.
it's okay.
Be on the
I don't want to
PTA.
ruin it.
That's the pause dad. That's him.
Yeah.
Have you ever
That's
seen
the
when he
guy
does
who's
his
not socially
brunch
conscious.
banters and Penelope's in the back seat in her car seat and
amazing.
he's like,
You don't
"Yo,
watch our stories?
So you trying to?
It's amazing.
Sometimes I have a lot of friends, so it's like I don't always
Normalize,
get to
normalizing
really-
saying you don't watch everyone's story.
Do you
There
watch
you
my
go.
stories? What did I post today?
Don't normalize it.
I don't follow you. Chetty
Oh,
told
you're
us
right,
don't follow
you're
my
right.
sister. No one on the show can follow his
I follow
sister.
Tracy.
I never
Yeah, I
said
was
that.
gonna say that.
I
I
never
follow
said
Tracy.
that.
He did.
I never
Oh,
said
I guess
that.
I'm the only one he said it to.
Yeah,
then.
I think so.
Thanks, Chetty. Thanks for making me
I
feel
think he
nice.
told
He knows who you are.
He told
You're a scumbag.
everybody. He told you.
He's
like,
like,
yeah, he told
On the
everybody,
low.
yeah.
creep.
Yo, no one's following her, man. Don't follow her. That's what
I
he
was
told
wondering.
you.
I'm like, that's weird because I see it says FA the product is your friend.
Really?
That's Joshua.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
me. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, I know.
That's
But I'm
me.
just
F for the
surprised he saw
product.
that.
Yeah.
So you clicked on my profile.
Yeah, because I was like, yo,
like a
let me
creep.
see her
Follow.
story.
Like an absolute
Follow
creep.
her. And I see, oh, this is private.
I let John follow my friends.
Like a creep.
Oh, we know John follows your friends.
Next topic. Next topic. Next topic.
I always tell like my family, the men in my family, like you have one friend,
Yeah.
one friend voucher,
Yeah. Oh, nice.
and then once it's
At least
over,
you have that, yeah.
But once the voucher is over,
You
like
fucked
it's,
up the friend voucher?
Well, we talked about that during All the Right too, didn't we? Didn't we talk about that during
He
All
put
the
up
Right?
2 fingers. Like I fucked
Actually,
up
no, it was the
twice.
opposite. It was the opposite. We talked about on All the Right.
do you
Forget
guys have sisters?
Yes.
Yeah, I have 2 sisters.
And are they like around
3.
your age? Like
One is 1 year younger than me. The other one is 5 years older than me.
okay,
Yeah.
so are you guys like? Would you let any of them
I was
date your
thinking,
friends? Would you be
no.
open to dating their friends?
Yes.
I'm not dating at all.
Well,
I'm aware. I
I've
know,
done
I
it.
know.
I've done
And
it.
you've done
right.
it.
So my
You had
younger
your-
sister, I got 2 younger sisters.
I've never dated. That's
Oh wait! You dated my younger sister's friend.
Yeah.
as well. He did.
Okay, so you have like a family voucher that you just exceeded.
Yeah.
Basically.
Wait, first of all, I did not screw any of those up. I was unloved.
That's what he always says.
No, I didn't mess those up.
Okay.
I didn't mess all of those up.
Okay.
Right. So anyway,
Yeah.
none of my friends
We're
could
gonna
like.
interview them next show.
Yeah,
Date
right.
my sisters.
If you'll find out that
That would be a fucking scary ass episode.
He started sweating just thinking about it.
So you and I would handsome? Like nah, they all say nice things. Like I said before, that's why I can't tell nobody to block my unfriend my exes.
Yeah.
Because I'm still cool with them.
Yeah.
Like I hate to take a Drake line, but if I loved you once, I love you forever. Like I don't have that. Like, all right, you didn't like me or you cheated on me, whatever. We'll get over it.
But you don't think like I would feel a certain type of way if so say I was friends with one of your exes, right? And I know that she was fucked up to you or whatever, I'm gonna unfollow her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, if you want to, that's cool.
But now if it's something where I think we kind of went over this, but like just kind of bringing it back. So now, what happens if you were messed up to her? Like, would you want me to unfollow her as well, or how would that go? Because I think like sometimes, like most of the times when like if I hear that it was like just a mutual thing, like it just didn't work, then I don't really go out of my way unless you tell me, yo.
Right.
But then when I do this like purge, where I'm just like, I don't really like talk to this person like that or whatever. You know what I mean? But I do know that like some of my family's exes will reach out to me to kind of trying to see what's going on
my God,
with
that's so annoying.
with like that that family member.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they'll be like, I mean, it's cool. Like they'll wish me a happy birthday and stuff like that, which is nice. But like if
They
we're,
do
like,
it to keep the bridge
at a
alive,
fa-
man.
I
Yeah.
was just saying,
Yeah.
or
You
like
think so?
honestly, that
Yeah.
relationship
I
is
do.
over. Like unless we became friends off of that situation, we really have nothing in common anymore.
yeah.
Besides that, there was a point in time that we were close, or you were around me because of this person.
Exactly.
And now that this person and
Exactly.
you are not together anymore, it's kind of like, all right, well, you know.
I guess on my end, like I've never unfollowed any of my let's say my cousins are my closest friends, right? Or my friends. Like I don't unfollow anybody's friend, but I also don't engage with them,
No, I'm the
Yeah.
same way.
right? Like if
I'm the
they
same
go
way.
and engage with me,
I'll
I'm
keep it
quick
brief.
to pick up. Because I'm quick
I'll
to
keep
pick
it
up on
brief
what you're
as
trying
shit.
to get.
I like a
Yeah,
comment.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Okay,
You know what I
thanks.
mean?
Yeah.
Oh, your daughter's beautiful, cool, this and that. Haha, did your cousin have a daughter now? Like that's
Oh.
not. Yeah, we're gonna
So
stop
okay, so
that.
let's say what about so let's say John has an ex and you guys all still follow her.
We do.
But now he has a but now he has a new girlfriend. He's like, hey, my new girl is like uncomfortable with you guys all following her.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
But
I'm
I'm
doing
done.
it.
I'm done dating those type of girls though.
Nah, but
I'm 1,000%.
okay, but I'll tell you right now, it's easy for
Remember
me.
how earlier
It's
we
easy
said
for me.
guys say like we're not doing this?
Yeah, and I'm gonna be washing her hair in the tub.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be braiding her
That's a fact.
hair like
That's a
fucking
fact.
Tupac.
Yeah. We
What
did
he just
facials
said.
with her.
Does that count? Like
What?
I'm very like I try to do the whole man thing on the show, but then I still like do my daughter's hair. Is that the same thing?
That's fine.
Yeah, of
Like,
course. What do you?
But you're not saying on the show like, nah, I'm not doing a woman's hair because you do your daughter's hair.
Yeah,
So
100%.
that's.
Oh, I thought you meant like anybody that's like, yo, fuck that man, males, this and that, da-da-da, and then they're like doing any kind of girl's hair.
I mean, I just think as long as you're like real about what you're saying, if you're like, nah, I'm
Oh,
not
I
touching
am.
a girl's hair,
Yeah.
and then you're doing your daughter's hair at home, I think that's the part that's like
Yeah,
corny because
I
like
agree.
just be honest with what you're doing.
Yeah, hell no.
You may not do your girl's hair because
Yeah.
you're just like, now you go to the salon.
Shit, I would
Yeah.
do my ex's hair if she needs it. I like doing hair.
Can you braid?
Yeah.
I could braid too. I used to braid when I was a kid.
I braid vicious, man.
Yeah.
Time out. So would you, if you saw like your girl's hair fucked up, you'd be like, yo, let me take care of it for you?
Nah, I
Would
won't
you
do that.
I do that now with Sharice. I'd be like,
Yo, you do not do that. Sure.
all the time because now I'm into curls, right? Because of Penelope, so I'll be seeing like she has like this little thing that looks like a curl, but it's
Dial
wavy.
Sassoon.
And I'm like, yo, get over
Yo,
here,
Fabio.
girl. We wet it up real
Fabio.
quick. No, we put like little fucking leave-in conditioner. I'm like, all right, hold on. All right, you good now.
Hansom's DM's
should
gonna be
bounce,
ringing after that scene. We
I
got to
know.
cut that clip
All
out
the
right there.
Get your edges. Word. Oh, he get edges right, girl.
Yo, your baby hair
All
is
the
dried
girls
up.
going to all the girls going to Curl Fest. They're
Word.
going to be in DMs.
Are you? Wait.
What?
Since you mentioned it, are you for that or against that curl fest shit?
Oh, I'm not
I
against-
hate that kind of
why?
shit.
Wait, why?
I just hate it.
I just
can't
think-
explain it. I just hate it.
Is it because they're
don't
being
know.
loud about
The fuck
it?
is
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
Yes,
I guess it's
okay.
like why they have to like. I get
I'm
that.
curly and proud. Like
Yeah, it's
that.
kind of like that kind of shit. I'm not a real
Oh.
big fan of that kind
I
of shit.
think that right now, anytime that someone wants to be something that is not normalized,
Yeah.
I think that they want to be loud about it,
Yeah.
right? So let's be loud about same-sex parents. Let's be loud about until it becomes normal.
You were talking about
Let's
that
be
last
loud
week.
about not wearing your hair straight all the time, or not making the European features the ones that everyone is
No,
aspiring
for sure.
to have, right? So it's like, hey, I have curly hair, and
I'm into the big
It's-
chick movement.
it's
Like I think you
and
guys
it's
should feel
not-
proud.
And it's not like, before, if you had an interview and you had
Yeah.
curly hair, you need to straighten your hair for the interview.
Yeah.
Or when you're at work, they're like, oh yeah, can you like tame your hair?
Yeah.
So they're
I
like,
Is
guess-
that a thing? They tell
Yeah.
people to
I
straighten
guess
their
it's
hair?
hard for me to
To be
understand.
more
That's why.
kept. They call it to be more
That's what I was
kept,
gonna say.
yeah.
I think it's hard for me to understand because I think you like straight hair. You
Love
like
it.
straight. Yeah, exactly. And I've always like been okay with curly hair, straight hair. Like either way, it's like whatever. It's all good for me. So I find it like hard to understand why they have to celebrate or like be part of a
That's
team.
what I'm saying. Because I'm not
of
against curly hair either. Like
Yeah.
Penelope's
no,
been
yeah.
like on some shit. Like her cousin Adele has long straight hair. So she's like, I want my hair straight. I was like, no,
Cartoons
you
and
don't.
shit like that.
Yo,
Elsa.
curls are fucking popping.
and
like,
that's great.
and I make her shit look official because I need her to know, like, yo, you okay that now? If in the
Yeah.
future she says, nah, I just want to straighten my hair out because I like the look.
Just to switch it up.
Yeah,
A little
yeah,
bit,
like,
yeah.
that's
But not,
fine, yeah.
do your
but
thing.
not out of necessity though.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want her to
Yeah.
think like, nah, but that straight hair is the only way.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
nah,
right.
that's a no.
Exactly. So I think that's the thing. And I guess you may not get it because you're not a woman and
Yeah,
you don't
yeah.
go through that whole idea
For
of
sure,
like
yeah.
every Sunday or every Saturday I'm in the salon getting my hair done because I need to look kept
My
for
man
work.
paying for it. Yeah.
No.
So there's no.
Why is
Sometimes.
my man
There is
paying?
no. There is no
Sometimes.
Becky with the good hair.
Sometimes.
What is good hair?
Yeah, the
What is
idea
good
of
hair?
good hair.
Yeah.
Why is straight
No,
hair
I
good
agree.
hair? Why is it not like okay? This
And I
is
don't
your
see
hair,
it that
this is
way.
the way
That's
it
why I
is.
guess I can't
If
relate.
you want to be bald, if you want to have a buzz cut,
No. Chill out.
But I think that
Yeah, but
women
that's the
should be
decision.
able
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like make
exactly.
their decision of what they want to do with their hair.
No question.
There are men who are growing out their hair and have like man buns now, who are wearing braids. Braids are popular for men to wear now. You
That's
know,
true. I do
and
do the man bun
and it's
thing.
I miss
becoming
my man
normal.
bun.
You can
I do
see
it.
a
You
guy.
should bring it back.
You should. You see a guy.
Fine, bring the man bun back, baby.
Not on you, on John.
You can do it the back. The back will be a man bun.
Okay, he's stupid.
He's gonna have the Steven Seagal, the Jerry Rice.
You watch Jerry right there.
Yo, remember that shit?
Yo, he looked
his
like
braids started back
Yo,
here.
he looked like fucking RoboCop, dog.
He
And when he
did.
took off his mask and his shit was like this.
Dun,
Like fucking Murphy.
Murphy.
What's so bad for him? You look like Murphy.
You guys are killing me right now, man.
Earlier, you
So,
were telling me
over-
something.
About what?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But about Christy Teigen?
Oh,
You said that she's a
yes.
vicious
So
viper.
so I think she's like canceled right now.
Okay.
And I think people are trying to like defend her. So she had like all these tweets from like years ago that people were bringing back up, and it started with a girl doing an interview saying like Chrissy Teigen was a bully to me from years ago, and then Chrissy addressed it and was like, I didn't like who I was. Yes, I did say some things, but Chrissy also became very popular because of her tweets. They were hilarious. I'm not sure if you
So
guys
being a
remember-
bully was a funny thing for her.
I don't think she thinks of it as like I'm gonna be a bully with this tweet. I think she's just like, I hate blah 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 blah. You
Yeah.
know, it's like if I'm in the grocery store, I'm like, I hate when people talk on the phone while they're online, and I
Yeah.
tweet that. I'm not being a bully to
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
I'm just saying like what you're doing right now, I hate.
But if you
So,
take a photograph of them,
then that's me being a bully,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah, it's a thin
Is
line.
that
It's a thin
bullying?
line.
We
It's a thin line between.
Yes, there
yeah.
is because you're calling because now you're posting someone that you don't know on social media,
Exactly.
Right.
and you're calling them out, and now people are gonna comment like, "Oh, look at her ass." She
Yeah,
has no ass,"
exactly.
like, whatever.
When they didn't.
She did it before.
Surfboard.
She went right to her
She definitely
memory.
said, she said boy's butt.
She did. She did.
Pancake.
Yeah. Look at the surfboard.
Pancake.
No, well, that's why. Well, that's kind of like when we were putting the show together. We wanted to know, since you're a '90s baby, we wanted to know like how like your generation feels about the cancel culture.
Are you a
compared to,
canceler?
like,
No, I'm not.
Handsome and I
I mean,
and
I
Josh.
still-
Josh, we're on the same age file. We're on the same age. Is like we're more like, yo, be a little tougher.
I was gonna say, 'cause aren't you allowed to grow? Like,
Right. So that's what I said about.
You're not the same person you were.
Well,
Hell
even
no.
but even with Chrissy Teigen, like you're saying right now, that kind of
worse.
applies to her though in a way. Like she's not. No, I'm saying
You heard that.
she's. I didn't.
No, I'm sorry. I was like, you're not the person you were, and I was like, you're worse.
Oh,
That's
to
what-
him? Oh, he definitely is. By the
I'm
day.
not.
You're
Oh,
way,
that's
yo,
the
you're way
thing.
better.
By the
You're,
day.
the guy that I met in
Thank you,
Miami,
thank
you're way better than that guy.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
tried.
If
I
a
tried.
person is worse, then I can see why you're like, no, like I'm not
no,
fucking
I'm
with
not
you.
anti-midgets anymore. Like, I used to be so afraid of them.
I don't think you can call them midgets anymore, by the way.
Okay, I'm
The
not
small people.
No, I'm just letting
anti-dwarfs.
you know. No,
Yeah,
it's
little-
just a little person.
That's fucking worse.
No, it's not. That's what they want to be categorized as.
Yeah.
Little
midget?
person?
Johnny, that's your opinion and it's worse, but you're not a little person, so therefore you don't have a say.
I'm short.
You don't have a. You don't have
Dude,
a
I'm
say.
only
No, you're
5'6".
not a little. You're not a little person.
I feel little.
They're
Every time I'm next to
categorized
Cheddie, I
as,
feel
like,
little.
That's true.
Okay,
Me too.
but they're literally little. Like they don't grow anymore. And they stopped. That's not funny. And they stopped at a certain.
It's not
point.
funny either.
Yeah.
I just, you know what? You know why I think it's crazy? Because it's fucked up to say you're a little person. Like, you're not a full person. You're a little person. No, you're just a person.
But they are a little person. They're not a full person.
Then they're a
not
midget.
No, but
No,
the midget
is like a different word.
But don't you think
Yeah,
the
different
word like
category.
little making somebody feel? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but
like
the
that
person
word
part,
kinda-
Belittling you.
Okay, but the person part makes it
Little
feel like a
people.
person, like anybody else.
Yes, you're a
Dwarf,
person, but you're little.
Midget, those are completely
Yeah,
different terms. They don't.
yeah.
They don't
But
mean
isn't it
human.
called dwarfism?
No, I get it. I'm not disagreeing
Wow.
with you.
Is it?
Wow.
It is dwarfism.
It is. It's
It is
dwarfism. Yo, Cheddie.
But you know what? It might not all of them might be dwarfs.
Yeah, dwarf.
It might
is
be a
different
certain height. Yeah, it might be a
category.
certain
Oh,
height.
yeah,
I
you're a
didn't-
dwarf if your arms are short as well as your head. But
And you
you're
have
a
a
midget if you have a big head and short arms.
For someone who
like that.
can't even like, I
Right?
can't even send him a video
I know
of a little person.
this guy.
I can't. You know what? But it's
He'll ignore it.
Would you not
He
watch
admitted,
porn
I
with little
can't.
people in it?
I can't.
hell no.
What?
Oh, okay.
We have a cousin. We have a cousin named Nelson, right? He would sit there and eat
Yeah.
and watch midget porn.
Yeah, he did.
And like it was like, how are you doing
He
that?
did do that.
I don't want to hear my sister talk about.
He did do that. I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's true. It's
We're
true.
not
I'm sorry.
talking about
I
midget porn.
apologize.
What's up with
I
you?
apologize.
No,
That's-
Bridget the midget. That was her name.
I didn't remember that. I don't remember that.
That's the most famous midget porn star.
I had no idea, man.
He says
but,
he doesn't watch it.
starting to sweat
I
now.
couldn't, but I
I'm
knew
starting to
about it
sweat
because
now.
of that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
there's
you
no
just
way
called
this is
out your
real.
cousin for watching midget.
No.
No, he does.
Nelson watches all
Nelson's our
porn.
cousin.
Nelson gets called out for everything.
Yeah, Nelson gets called out on
Yeah.
a weekly
Poor guy.
basis.
AKA the bestiality bastard.
Yeah.
Remember that one? Remember that one?
No,
Yes.
I don't remember this.
I
don't
do.
wanna
I
know.
know. I do, but I don't wish to talk about this.
Yo, Diego, that's your uncle, boy.
Yeah, no. Okay, so
Shout
overall,
out to
you
Diego,
guys would unfollow if your friend asked, they were like, "Hey, can you unfollow my ex?" You would do it.
Yeah.
Tracy, we're on canceling already.
Yeah.
Oh, we're on canceling. Sorry, I got distracted.
But no,
with
we
midgets.
would
Yo,
not.
how many flutes you had? Yo,
No,
give her
how do
give her a
I-
purple cup. You need you need
No,
you need to drink one out of a
I was
purple
trying
cup.
to
This shit
remember
hits harder,
midget porn.
apparently.
Yeah, word. It's different.
Yeah.
Because
Tracy.
you need to have
There you go.
yeah.
Thank
There you
you.
go. Of
We need
course,
we need a
of course.
shot of you with the purple cup.
Um,
Han, you
okay.
good?
No,
Did Joshua
so,
throw away my cup?
No, your cup is right there.
Oh, damn, I'm drunk myself. Yeah, refill.
Go ahead. If you're, go ahead.
what was I saying? So canceling. I mean, I think that there's some people that I don't think we should cancel. I think the goal is to grow and to be a better person. If you continue to do this stuff and you're just making these public statements so that people can like you again,
Yeah.
then I think that's like, all right, you
I
guys
just-
deserve it. But there are certain
Yeah.
musicians, and I won't name their names because I want you guys to remain like to have a lot of followers. There's certain musicians that I still listen to that I think they were canceled.
I still listen to R. Kelly, yes.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, listen, he's a fucking pig.
He's Robert. Robert is a pig.
Yeah, he's disgusting. He's all
Robert
that
is
shit.
a pig.
The
R.
music
Kelly
was the music.
is a genius.
Because again, it sucks because he was doing those acts during that time.
Right.
He
So
was.
it does feel, it's like, but am I gonna stop listening to Frank Ocean because he was talking about a man at that time? No, the songs were still fire.
But Frank Ocean, I
But
don't
then-
think
yo,
you
you
can
can't- you
compare
can't-
the
you can't-
two.
yeah, you
I'm
can't-
saying in terms of a person that's gonna judge him off of, oh, now you're talking about this. No, like I can't sit there and be like, oh, Kelly's talking about 14-year-old. Now it's different.
I get what
'Cause
you mean.
I saw it as a woman when he
He
was
says that you can't like.
saying those songs.
But what he was talking about is technically a crime.
Yeah.
Frank Ocean's not talking about a crime.
That's a crime in my world. You crazy? What are we talking about here?
Nah.
Wait,
But
wait,
nah,
who's not a crime in your
No.
world? I think you should clarify that.
Right?
Frank Ocean.
Sword fights.
Oh,
it's a crime in your world.
Yeah, man.
okay.
I do think about.
I don't think you can compare the two. So
No, I don't think- but you know what,
Listen,
but-
I'm being facetious.
I
The
get
whole
what you
point
mean.
I meant to say was
Yeah.
like, people want to get mad at him, right, and cancel him, but you didn't know at that time he was a pedophile. All you knew was the music was hot. Cool.
Ignition
now,
knew he was a pedophile.
Huh?
Ignition, we knew he was a pedophile.
We did, but again,
Step
it
in
was
the name of love. And
Yeah,
all this
exactly.
yeah,
stuff.
but there was no solid proof, quote unquote, to people.
When he wore the
There
Pied
was.
Piper mask, we
There
didn't
was-
like question it
there
though.
was-
Nah,
when he
we knew.
called
We knew at the
himself
time.
the
So then
Pied
it's a
Piper.
cultural thing now.
How is it a cultural thing?
Hotel.
Because at that time, if we knew he was a pedophile,
But we did know.
and we
We
still
just
turned the
chose to
keys on
ignore
to
it.
ignition.
That video came out of him like peeing on that girl,
Yeah.
and then he released that album with
That
all
was
of
his
them.
brother, first of all.
No,
It was.
it wasn't. Do you
Sorry to
really
break
think
it to you,
that?
right? I
I'm
thought
sorry.
she answered. She said that like, I'm
wasn't.
sorry to.
Keys to ignition.
Now listen, even with that, Ignition. I hate to like rehash this, but Ignition was written like as far as while he was doing acts, apparently.
All that shit was.
No, I know, but specifically
Hello,
that
Aaliyah
song.
was like 12 years old when he was
Yeah,
with her.
exactly. But so I do. When I listen to a song, sometimes I go back. I'm like, damn, man.
So
Why,
it's like,
why do you have to be this guy?
But for R. Kelly,
You know?
he's still like allegedly, and it's been proven. It's not even allegedly anymore, but
yeah,
that
that
he
shit's
still
mad
has
proven.
women in a house that
Yeah.
they won't come out, and they're in this. They feel like he's the one for them, or
Yeah.
whatever. They're gonna ride for him, and they're still in this house, and their parents are literally knocking.
They have a syndrome.
throwing-
What's that syndrome called again?
Stockholm.
Disgusting.
Stockholm syndrome.
So
exactly.
Oh,
Not disgusting
he's-
syndrome.
Yeah. So
I
their
thought we were talking
their
about the
parents are
pedophile
like
shit.
trying to get them to come home, and they won't. They have their the what? syndrome?
Disgusting. He said.
Oh.
I
Disgusting.
thought we were
Yeah.
talking about the pedophile thing. I didn't know the.
Oh,
No,
okay. No. No, so yeah, they have that. So you know what I mean? So like they are still, and he's still, doing these things with them. So that's why it's like, okay, he can be canceled. This
Yeah.
is why people are saying, hey, take him off the radios. Don't give him any more money because
For sure.
he's using that money from his sales and his royalties
yeah.
to pay the people who are covering up for him.
For sure.
But when there's people like Bill Cosby, who
Yeah.
I feel like he's so old. Like, why does it stay in jail? I get what he did is wrong.
No, for sure.
But,
No,
does
you
he
have
need
you have
be
to
canceled?
serve the time no matter what happens. I agree with that. I don't
Okay.
agree with not watching now the Cosby Show.
Right. Okay.
because
So
of
there
that.
we
You
go.
understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I see what you. I think that was created in that time for
Yeah.
us to see like a family of color who were like thriving, a big family, and like
course,
Educated.
Yeah,
right,
exactly,
and
a big
showed
thing,
us all
yeah.
these
Like one thing
family
about you,
goals.
Cheddies, is you're all educated.
No, it's fact.
you.
You know what I'm saying? Not many Guyanese people I know are educated. So it's cool to see that you guys actually went to school.
That hit your soul right now, right? That hit your soul a little bit.
There's,
Like,
we have family members that I would
For
say
sure.
a majority of my
No, for
family
sure, yeah,
are
even your
educated.
cousins and
All right,
stuff
well,
like that, yeah.
Dominicans aren't educated. How's that out?
yeah, that's,
That's
true.
not true. I have Dominican friends that are educated.
Yo, you got new
Yeah.
friends.
I don't have new friends.
Yeah.
You got 90s friends. It's different.
No, one of my friends is a couple of them are from the 80s.
Wait, are those the
88?
No, I have friends that are teachers that are
That
you
own
know.
salons. Let me ask you this.
Johnny?
Did
Who
you
is
see...
It's their own salons.
I
It's
know,
very,
but-
very
They're
I
Dominican.
know.
very
They don't own
stereotyped.
salons. No, they're
Oh,
teachers.
they just
They're-
work there?
What do you mean? They're teachers. They don't work at salons. No.
So they teach and do hair?
No.
Damn. Multitasking.
Talent.
No.
Talent, man. We're born with the
they're
gift.
educated. I think that there are Dominicans that are educated, and there are Guyanese people that are educated.
All right, well,
Maybe the ones that you know, or maybe like not.
yeah.
And you can inspire them to be.
I try.
We're
I try
trying
all
to,
the
yeah,
time.
yeah. Our
Okay.
generation.
Not that I'm
definitely.
educated.
I
I just
can
watch
help.
a lot of fucking TV and read books.
But I think that being intelligent and being so educated is getting the actual education,
Correct.
going to school for it. But you can be intelligent without going your whole way. Intelligence
me,
is
yeah.
about being able to learn new information
And recall. And even recall, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be because there are people that have their masters that are
Yo,
I agree.
still idiots.
we know
you
a couple of them.
Sure.
Wait, somebody's...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're actually right.
I apologize.
But even-
family joke.
But even further, I mean, I work in a hospital. I see doctors sometimes that literally I told you guys before, on computers at times, like researching some. I know. I'm sorry to tell you guys that when you go to the hospital, sometimes doctors.
There
don't
has to
really-
be a doctor who just barely passed. There's
Exactly.
no doctor that always gets.
So they're like
yeah.
researching it like on Google, YouTube. I'm not joking. That's actually happened.
Well, it's new information. You can't like.
That's
shit
why
on
it takes
that
people
shit
so long
either.
to get fucking discharged
Sure,
out of the
at a
hospital, dog.
Sometimes.
because
And you
he's
know why it
finding
takes long
out-
too? Because y'all nurses be doing fucking TikTok videos.
yeah, I get,
1,000%. I be seeing them like, you know what I mean, doing the fucking all these challenges,
Actually,
and I'm
just-
like, yo,
actually,
who's
those
getting
nice pants.
You know,
one of the last shifts I worked, there was some lady that was like, she pulled out her IV. And was leaving the hospital.
I
And the
was fucking
nurse,
asked the fuck out.
the nurse didn't even notice. That's why she was mad. She was like, "Yo, it's been 5 minutes. I pulled out my IV. have my clothes on. I'm ready to walk out."
The shit is beeping,
and the guy
she's
still
just
hasn't
chilling.
noticed. Exactly, it's a guy actually.
Oh, well, it's a nurse guy.
And
That's
he's
the
not,
problem.
and he's not good.
Wait,
men
why
are
is
men are
that-
not because men are not
shout out to
attentive.
him. Shout out to him.
Men are not attentive.
That's not true.
Oh,
I mean, there are some men that aren't attentive, but I think
women have a
male
more
nurse-
understanding, like not understanding, but like
compassion,
yeah,
like-
exactly,
yeah.
compassionate, like.
well, you're used to dealing with a
qualities.
cancer. He is
Big bro
attentive.
is.
Yeah, exactly.
I think John's attentive.
That's what I'm
except
saying.
when
You're
he's
used
on
to
his
dealing with
phone,
him.
and then whatever back and forth about him being
on his phone, writing up the show, being a responsible
Exactly.
human
Productive.
being.
He's being
That's
productive.
what it is.
Or
Putting the show
talking
together.
to like one of his many group chats, and then I'm like, what did I just tell you? What did I just say?
Yo, don't put me in the group chats. Yo, Fahid, I'm with you, man.
I'm big on that too, by the way.
What? Not being in group chat?
No, when I talk to people and they
Yeah.
don't,
I think it's so
that
rude.
shit drives me crazy.
And
man.
Text me today, then I call you.
You're right.
And then you text me back, and then didn't say
I was with Cheddie
But sometimes
walking
you can't
around,
answer the phone.
and I had my phone in my pocket. I wasn't fucking around.
Yeah, I
ain't gonna lie.
No, look. Actually, it's more important for me to pay attention to the people I'm with in that moment than be on my
Yeah.
phone. That's my point,
For
actually.
sure. But
like
then you
that.
can also say, like, hey, I need a few minutes. Let me just send this text back. Or let
Yeah,
me just.
exactly.
No, he'll leave you hanging for 42 hours and be like,
Not on purpose.
Yo,
I won't
bad,
put my
man.
phone out.
Was reading Jet's tweets.
Well, I have moments
Um,
like that where I just
What
put
you
my
said
phone
about your
away.
pulmonary
That's a lie.
aneurysm?
That's a lie and a half. That's a lie and a half.
I was arguing with the Yankee
It's
about
just your
fucking
heart
drinking,
still-
drinking
chest still
Kendrick.
hurts.
Sadly.
Yeah, exactly. You good now? You breathing?
I'm glad, man. Yo, dude, yo,
I had to get this point across.
Oh, let's speak on hearts then. You heard the
Right.
Kevin Hart shit, right? Where he's like
Yes.
going anti-cancel culture, and Seth Rogen said another statement where he's like, "Yo, if you made a bad joke in the past,
Yeah.
just own up to it."
yeah.
But what do you feel about that? Before I get into
Well, I
mine?
do think that comedy was very different in the 90s. I think it was like hardcore, it was raw. I think
was
that
good.
things that, I think that things that people were saying before, if they say it now, I think if I were to watch like Kings of Comedy right now, I'd be like, I can't believe they said that.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
love
know?
Kings of Comedy.
You see, Johnny.
You seen Johnny.
Come on, man.
But
Shout out to
I
Bernie
think-
Mac, R.I.P.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
especially,
yeah.
especially Bernie Mac. Think
Yeah.
about the things that he said.
Exactly.
Even
Bernie-
Bernie-
Exactly.
Bernie
You gotta
Mac,
show off
when he
for that,
said, "You
though.
see, Johnny," you know what he was saying? He was trying to say that his people, black people, when we go on the job, you got to look for us when we go on break.
Yeah, yeah.
He said, white people, we come, they eat their cheese sandwich, they come
Yeah.
back, 15 minutes, they back on the job.
It's a fact,
That's
though.
That is
fucking
a fact.
classic,
Yeah.
dog.
That is a
That's
fact.
See,
classic,
Johnny.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, listen, the reason it's so funny is because it has some truth to it. You know?
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
Well, that's my point, because I think what Seth Rogen said.
Best comedy has the truth, though, no?
Exactly, yeah.
So, like, if you,
but it does.
if you quit on the
That's
truth,
why it's so
though,
Even
because
music.
you're worried
That's
about,
why-
and I'm that cast member on this team that's always worried about, yo, we say this, whatever. But it has to be that balance, though.
Yeah.
You guys are more take the, the brass ring, where you're just
have
like,
less
yo,
to
we got to
lose.
go for it. Right? Yeah, you're right. And it has to be
true.
that way.
Yeah,
it has
yeah.
to be that way,
Facts.
because we'll never get anywhere, right?
Yeah, exactly. Facts.
But then you also like you want to you want good content and stuff like that. I feel like you have Desus and Mero. They're a good example where like they don't give a fuck, and even when they've gone to Showtime, they've kept that balance that they had with Vice.
That's going to be us.
You know what I mean? Which is good, but there's also like if you say something, we got to normalize bless yous again. If you-
Right? I hate when
if-
people don't say bless you.
No, even putting
I just
G.O.D.
did that.
in
Thanks.
2020.
I did it for the sake of the
God
show.
2020 fucked it
I
up.
didn't say it for the sake of the show, and
Oh, no,
I
I'm just
always
saying,
say
we
God
gotta
bless
normalize
you.
it.
And
God bless you. Yeah, I
I say to strangers that don't say anything back to
But
me.
like
and now I fucking,
as you
it's my
guys
shot.
on the show, like, do you guys ever think? Actually, Josh, just ask you. Do you ever say something where you're just kind of like, damn, like when this show does take off to where we know it's gonna go, are they gonna come back and hit us with, yo, I saw episode 5
Bring
when
it. No,
Ali and you were saying this.
It's funny because this whole episode's been like that. All right, there's a bunch of things that Hanson
Oh,
said that I'm
1000%,
like, oh
right.
man,
Yeah.
man, I don't co-sign that personally either, But
You should
that's
not.
No, but
I don't co-sign a lot of things.
No, but that's what you stand for.
Right.
Whatever you stand for, what you say, and that's something I always say I respect it from him. Like ultimately, if that's what we're gonna do, like with this show, if he has to be on. I mean, if it takes that for us to be a good show, I guess in a way, or for us to be popular, he has to be fake about it. I'd rather him
We
be
gotta
real,
be
and we
authentic.
go
I just
where we go.
exactly. I feel like people are allowed to have an opinion. His opinion. He represents many opinions of
Exactly.
people who are out there. There are many people that will say like, "I was raised by 2 moms," but not the gay 2 moms. Like there are
Yeah,
many people that
exactly.
would say that.
Yeah.
So if we're all super
Independent
proper,
women,
you
by
guys
the way.
are all
Both of them. Fucking winners, man.
That's true.
Winners.
That's great.
Yeah.
If you're all super honest and super like yourselves, then as the show progresses, I think that people will be like, "Hey, I relate with John because I'm X, Y, and Z. I
Yeah,
relate
for sure.
with," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you think we were all 3 pigs? Would it just be mayhem?
No, you have
then?
pig qualities.
I mean, I think that you guys.
So
You're not
we're
a
all
pig.
3. I'll take the.
I get
I'll
it.
take the pig.
But I think there are
not a
podcasts
pig,
of
man.
people
Oink,
that
oink.
are all pigs because then there are people who are pigs that are going to watch it and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, yeah, I agree with that."
No, yeah.
Or maybe other people trying to.
I
Get
think
get
Kevin
perspective.
Samuels is a pig.
but you know what? Real quick, to your point, you know why it's important. Before you get into that, hold that thought, please.
I don't want to go into that. I'm just saying he's
Okay,
a pig.
okay.
That's a statement.
because I think that the reason it's so necessary is because people we're gonna attract people who think like you, and then it gives it a platform for people to change even their opinion for the better.
Yeah, because they hear your point of view.
But
yes.
have you ever
Yeah.
thought
My point of view is
have
not
you
the
ever
better
thought
point of view,
when
but
they
at least
hit
it gives
you-
something to consider.
When
I
they,
think
when
it's
they
better.
hit you with the so how'd you feel about when your castmate said this and this,
Then
right?
you respond
Like
to
now,
it.
do we have like what Seth Rogen was
My
saying?
response is, yo,
do
that's
we
how
just
he feels.
we just own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
That's how I would approach it.
and keep it and
But
keep
that's
it
my
pushing.
problem with his statement, right?
Okay, so
Where
there you go.
If it doesn't age well, it's not that it didn't age well. It's that society has changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So aging well and society changing are two very different things. Just because perspective has changed because of what people feel is right and wrong doesn't mean that joke isn't funny. Because if you understood it then, you should understand it now. Does it make it right? Maybe not. Right? Like, yo, you can't
Okay.
just sit there and call somebody a faggot and be like, cool with it. It just because we now understand the effect that it has on people. That shit ain't cool. But am I gonna look at you like, yo, he said that shit in 2009 in a tweet and be like, that's him today? Hell no. Because I used to use that word religiously.
Yeah.
Right? And now I stop because I'm like, yo, you know what? That's fucked up for this little gay kid that's gonna feel like I'm offending him. I'm not.
Right.
Because the
right,
way
right.
I use it is very different.
Yeah.
But I understand that
But-
you're gonna take it that way, so I can't
and
use
you're
it.
allowed to be a different Johnny Handsome that you were when you were 22
But that's
than
the-
the one
that's
that you
the
are now
goal.
at 34.
Absolutely.
And that's the
Absolutely.
goal. You're supposed, like people. We want people to continue to grow and
2
to
years.
become more conscious and become more responsible for the things that we say, especially
Yeah.
if you are on a social platform, right? But even if not, within your family, where we're gonna all eventually raise kids, we want to be like better people.
Yeah.
We don't want to be those same like not ignorant, but you in a
That-
way
it's an
ignorant.
ignorance.
we all are
'Cause you
ignorant.
didn't
and we're all just trying to get
understand
better
But
that
even
every
that,
day.
there's
You know?
like such a negative connotation to ignorance. You know, you
Yeah.
call someone ignorant is like yo, you're mad ignorant.
Yeah, yeah.
Instead of being like, no, you're ignorant to this topic.
Absolutely.
So when you
because
learn,
people don't know
yeah.
the definition of things.
Bro,
Right.
I've
That's
had
the
that
biggest
conversation
problem.
with people just like that. I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, I mean no offense. It's just that's the right
Yeah.
word to use in that situation where it's like,
Right.
listen, I mean no offense, but
Right.
you're
With
just ignorant on
COVID.
this. Exactly.
Yeah, with
Just-
COVID, I called a lot of people ignorant because
Yeah.
I was just like, you're just not learning about it enough to make this opinion that you're making.
And
Yeah.
that's an
when you
ignorant factor.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And it's okay to
When
say
people were offended. They're like, I'm not ignorant. It's just
I ain't ignorant
because honestly, another normalized.
I know math.
another normalized situation where it's like you can just say, hey, I don't know enough about
I don't know
this.
enough about it. Yeah, there are people that
That's
say
okay.
that though.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Yo, people have a problem saying that.
Yeah.
Josh will say it. Like,
I feel like
both of us
they hit
have a
public
good time
figures with that too, and I feel bad for them at those points when a public
Well-
figure says, "I really don't know enough about it
Yeah.
in order to," and that person really may not know enough about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
They
and I
already
give
got
them a
like
high
10
fucking
different
five.
things
And
Like,
that
that's
they
the
have to do.
responsible response.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
want to be honest, be like, hey, I don't know enough about it to be like, who was it that said like, hey, that doesn't bother me. I forgot who it was. I don't know. Oh, like when Kanye,
Okay.
when he called out Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
and Obama called him. I love Obama.
Oh,
but he
yeah,
called
yeah.
him
A jackass. Yeah.
and it's like,
Wow, why?
You don't really know the context of the situation. This doesn't make him a
I agree.
jackass.
Yeah.
Do you know what a jackass is? Like,
Yeah.
this doesn't really make him one. But you decide. They asked you really quickly. I don't even know if you watched the VMAs.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that guy's a jackass. You know.
Well, he did kind of like the LeBron move, like whatever's trendy at
narrative.
that moment. Yeah,
The narrative.
I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm totally against it.
It's true.
You know what I mean?
Not the goat.
These
I
people are
don't
safe.
know.
Not the
These
goat.
people
Not the goat.
They think safely.
Not
But
the
I
Yo, you're a
goat.
great
LeBron-
sister.
Yeah.
She's like, not touching that.
No,
one.
no, yeah,
the
she
goat.
looked right at
I
when you
think-
said the name, she looked right at
Jonathan?
Yeah, exactly.
She knows what she had. Not the
Yeah.
goat.
I think LeBron has a better PR team, though.
He has an amazing
Obama
PR
has a
team.
good one too, but I think he was thrown off with that question.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think LeBron had because he sits in that hot seat all the time. Like, who thinks that you're gonna ask the president of the United States about Kanye?
Yeah, but you know what?
mean?
I don't think that was off PR. I think a PR team would have not maybe told him to choose those words, but they
Yeah.
probably would have told him to go against Kanye without knowing the whole context of the
I agree.
situation too. You know,
I
because that was the
agree.
You guys
narrative.
ever
of
think
Also
that-
because Taylor Swift's a white woman.
You guys,
I agree.
or you guys
Yeah.
ever think that he has like an 8 and a 9-year-old at that point, and they were probably like, "Oh my God, he did this, she did this," and all he's hearing is that side.
Yeah.
But he's not really. He probably doesn't even watch or care about
Well,
what
that's why
happened.
Yeah, yeah.
context
So he's
matters a lot.
hearing-
True,
so
but
he's hearing
also,
from his daughters
as
that-
a public person, as a public figure, just because your daughter's like, Daddy, we
Right,
hate
and but that's
It means you don't have enough information anyway.
Right,
Still,
yeah,
you know?
I'm not saying he answered it correctly
Yeah,
at
yeah,
all,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm saying though, like maybe where he was coming from was in
Right.
a sense of like all I was hearing in my house was my daughter saying how Kanye West broke Taylor Swift's heart because she was sitting there crying or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? And
yeah.
Beyonce came and saved the day.
Saved
She
You know what I
cried
mean?
over that
So-
shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember she was up there like
Not only did she
Like-
cry, but
Yeah.
everyone made it seem like it was like the worst moment in the world for her to win the
Wow.
award.
And then
on stage.
Beyonce came back and was like,
But I
you
mean,
can have
she-
your moment. She called her back on.
Yeah,
she
yeah.
she flourished.
Well,
she
here's my
flourished.
judgmental
She
moment.
flourished.
No, she did.
She's
Yeah.
a fucking loser.
She's overrated though.
Yeah,
but she's a great songwriter.
Why
Yeah,
is
she
she
just
a loser?
flourished.
Don't
just-
cry
I'm
over
just-
that shit, man. Yo, you're a
She was
public
mad
figure.
young
You gotta
though,
get
dog.
used to a lot.
Yeah. Yo,
I don't
honestly,
know.
she
I
wasn't
think
mad
if
young.
you
She was young.
empathize, even if she's not young, if you empathize, you worked hard, you're at an award show where you're getting an accolade, you win it, and then somebody comes on stage and, as being a white woman, she's like, this black man came on stage and
Yeah.
yelled at me and said Beyonce deserved it, which you probably felt deep down Beyonce deserved it.
did.
And then
You know
felt
she did.
bad.
But
Yeah.
isn't
You know
it,
she
but,
did.
but wasn't it? And I
It was
could
best
be
video.
off, but it was best video she won for.
Yeah.
Over single ladies.
Or Beyonce
Come
won
on.
best video, but Taylor Swift won best female video. Wasn't that what
No,
happened?
Beyonce-
Best video is
no,
better
it
than
was-
best female.
But that's what I'm
No.
saying. Wasn't that the screw up by
they
Kanye?
don't have. I don't think they really have best female video. And best
No, they have
Yeah.
video of the year, no?
Yeah,
and
video of the
then
year.
they have like
Video-
female artist of the year.
female artist. But
So
it
maybe
was
Kanye
best-
was saying, how can you be female artist of the year? And
But it was
has
based on
best
the video,
so how did it
though.
go?
Because
It
I
was based
remember
on the video, and it was single ladies versus whatever.
Because single
song
ladies
she had
videos.
out.
And you see what I'm saying?
Like-
Wait a second. Who
None
wrote
of us-
single ladies?
Huh?
Who wrote single
Oh,
ladies?
jeez.
You guessed it. The
You-
motherfucking
Fucking
dream.
dream.
Yeah, this guy fucking set me up, and I was like, damn.
Anyway, back to
Okay.
the show.
Well, so she should have won that award. I agree.
Yeah.
But so that's what his point was. He was like,
Yeah.
"How could you guys not?"
Probably not the
Beyonce?
best way to deal with it, obviously. We
Oh,
can
yeah,
agree
of
with that.
course
You know,
not.
Should we
It's
have
like-
He was
canceled
drinking, he was in the
Kanye
hand.
for being
He
insensitive?
was canceled though.
Yeah, he was.
That's
He's
when
been
he
canceled?
moved-
You can't
that's-
cancel
no.
Kanye.
No, that was one of the
No,
first
he was.
cancellations right
That's
there.
when he moved to Paris. Or
Yeah, exactly.
something,
That's
right?
actually when he
Yeah.
made My Dark Twisted
His-
Fantasy.
his
Yeah,
pops-
because
yeah.
then him and Amber broke up.
Yeah, exactly,
And all
yeah,
that stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
His pops gave him that idea. Was like, yo, just you need to remove yourself from.
Yeah,
Yo, dog,
for sure.
there-
That's
there's-
why he went to Wyoming.
His dad, yo, his
dad
dad,
did the same thing
yo, his
to
dad's
him.
the man, yo.
Yeah, yeah.
His dad's the man. Shout out to men.
Yeah. Actually, he does things in DR. His dad.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he helps out.
Brothels?
He helps out poor people in DR.
That's
Actually, I think he helps out
nice.
people in
And
sex trafficking.
and
Yeah,
Why-
prostitution.
Do you know why DR?
I like that.
Is he Dominican or is
No, he just helps
chose
out there. Yeah.
Yo, if Kanye's
Chicago.
Dominican, it's a rap. I'm
Yeah,
going to talk
forget it.
shit forever.
Yo, if Kanye was Dominican, forget it, bro.
So you
Forget
do
it.
like Kanye or you don't?
I love
Yeah, he loves Kanye. He
Oh,
loves
you do
Kanye.
like Kanye. Oh, okay.
He voted for him.
Oh, yes.
Hello.
He voted for him.
The only guy
Birthday
that voted
party.
for
So
What's the
is
name
it-
of our group chat?
birthday
The birthday
party.
So it's just
It
John
is.
that's against Kanye.
What?
Yes.
It's not that he's against him. He just had a bad taste in his mouth from the whole.
From
Pause.
what?
Because
You
of
know
that
what it
50
is?
and Kanye
You know-
shit, 51.
You know what?
You can't say
it
bad
has
taste in
nothing
your mouth?
to do with that. It's the fact that the
Oh, when
Kanye.
him and 50 were rivals.
Yeah, like, who
Oh, that-
cares?
yeah.
That's a long. It has nothing to do with that. If you
I
guys
thought
let
you
me
liked
finish,
Kanye,
I
yeah.
love Kanye. Yeah, I went to 3 Kanye concerts since that
By the
thing
way, in our
happened.
family,
never
like we
been.
never let John like finish his sentence.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing
So
here.
it's like
Yeah.
me and my mom, my sister. We just go on and on and on.
I don't
Yeah,
think he's
yeah.
ever finished sentence here.
Yeah, yeah. That's what he said.
So
yeah.
that's why you get so upset.
Yeah, yeah.
He's telling us to cut the show short right now.
Oh.
Like, he wants you off the show. He's jealous.
He is
That's
jealous.
all right.
He
You
wants
can
his
sit
spot back.
next week. Yeah,
wants his
I think he's having
spot
FOMO. I think
Yeah.
yeah.
Yo, it's been 2 weeks.
Yo,
I haven't been on the
yo,
fucking
can I say
show.
something about FOMO?
Oh,
that's
shit, it has
interesting?
been back to back.
Can
Can
2
I
weeks.
can I say something about FOMO though? That's interesting. Someone said, I saw it on Twitter. I wish I could say the person who said it, but they said
Me.
basically New York is powered by FOMO. I was like,
1,000%.
oh shit, that's so interesting,
Ah,
man.
that is so
That is
true.
so
What is it?
interesting,
FOMO.
right?
Especially in
FOMO.
the
Fear of
summer.
missing out.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
I know that, but I'm not that old. But isn't with FOMO is like a lot of it's caused by social media, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because when you see
For
like,
sure.
and how, I mean, this fucking annoys me. With women, and it's mostly women, I see this. You'll see 4 girls at a table. They'll be videotaping each other,
Mm-hmm.
right? Acting like they're having fun, and then they'll go back to being on their phone
1,000%.
and won't even be having fun.
Yeah, that's
you
facts.
know, we've been
I agree
we've
with
hung
you.
out.
I
and
agree,
it's-
I
and it's just
agree.
like.
Yeah.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
it's more for the best Instagram photo video that you could have
Yeah.
to promote a place. I know that there's this place I went to recently, and the Instagram photos are amazing. And I went, and it looked trash. Like I was
shit.
just like, yo, I can't believe
Those popping
What's the name?
filters.
all the way
Yeah,
to the
right.
heights for this.
No.
In the
In the Heights. I thought the same thing.
On
I thought the
207.
same
Like
thing.
a shot at Dominicans.
Yeah.
You see that? Yo, she
Nah,
left.
everything was
I like
going
that.
so well.
Everything was going so well. You got racist. Oh, it was the Guyanese. It was the
You're a
Guyanese comment.
Scorpio?
Yeah.
Oh, vengeance.
Oh, there
That's
you go.
what it is.
Vengeance.
See?
There you go.
Y'all
There
think
you
I'm
go.
It was the
lying?
Guyanese. It
It
was
all
the Guyanese
makes sense
comment.
now.
You talking about the guys people not being educated?
Yeah, I know, right?
I got you back. Then.
By the way, I have
I didn't co-sign
I'm
that.
kidding.
I didn't
I'm
co-sign
kidding.
that.
I'm
No,
kidding.
no.
I have fear of being involved.
That's a new term. Yo, we gotta get that shirt
Phobi.
made.
Phobi, baby. I fucking
Phobi.
don't want to be in any of this shit.
Don't call me.
Yeah.
But
Normalize now.
when
You gotta
go
say that in the
to-
back. Normalize.
But when you go on Instagram and you see people at these things, you're like, oh, that looks dope. I want to go to that.
Facts,
and then
yeah.
it sucks that when you go, it's whatever filter they were using or whatever that moment in time. Because even in that restaurant Moho in Forest Hills,
Damn.
someone
Whoa,
posted a
whoa,
picture
chill.
recently. No,
we know the-
nothing's wrong
oh.
with it. But someone posted a picture recently, and I was like, oh, it looks like that.
We know the
You
owner.
No. And
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
it's
oh,
fine,
it
it's
looks
fine.
like that. So it made me like want to go. But I know
Nah, that shit is whack. You're right.
No, I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't been. I haven't been. But
Phoebe.
someone posted a picture and they were just like, oh, it looked nice, and I was like, oh wow, that's how Moho looks like. It made me want to go. Now, let's say I go, and I'm just like, yeah, this is not it.
Well, I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
that. Who was bringing it up? Brenda? His wife was talking about Ventanas, this place in
Okay.
Fort Lee. I was like,
Okay.
food is trash.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Place
Yeah, she
looks
briefly brought that up.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like when I was there, it was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That shit came out, and I'm not a food critic. Like I
Yeah.
love all food. I'm,
Yeah.
psh, I ate that shit. The guy told me, "Oh, you got the pork." I'm like, "Yeah, man, can't wait." He's like, "Oh, you're in for a surprise, man." And I started like, surprise,
assuming that he
surprise,
was,
no
Latino.
flavor.
There's no flavor.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he was Latinx
Yeah.
with the accent you just did right now.
He was what?
Latinx.
So
Nigga, stop that.
so when we
He's
so
a
when,
Hispanic male.
when we run into Moho at 718 Day, they see the
I
Yo,
don't know.
Mojo.
You know
I'm just
what?
joking. I'm joking.
Tell
They're not
him-
at
I
718
haven't
Day.
been, so tell him hit me up. Let me go
Word,
on
word.
a free day.
Absolutely.
Are you gonna be at 718 Day?
Sure.
All right, 'cause
no,
we're gonna
actually,
be-
I'm away that weekend, but
Yo,
I'll be there in
Another,
spirit.
these
The
Cheddies
Cheddies,
don't
man.
live.
Yo, you guys
y'all
might
get
not-
it.
they
In
do
New
live.
York. No, sorry, they don't live in New York land. Sorry.
We're vaccinated.
Ah,
Why am I
okay,
staying
yeah.
here?
Wait, you don't need to be vaccinated to travel?
Some places
You do.
I don't.
I love this medal in my arm, baby.
All right.
Whatever this is in my
Bionic, bionic.
It's my chip.
Border.
It's my chip to get
What?
across the border, baby.
Nah, that's okay. Like I have metal in my arm too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You got it. Okay.
I got the Dominican vaccine when I
Oh,
was a
yeah.
You
kid.
got the,
So I had
so you had the
whole
little thing there. Yeah,
I got the
I'm on
scar.
The
that
shotgun.
too. Yeah,
The
yeah.
shotgun hole with the
My
dent.
Fai got it too.
The dent.
You do? Oh, okay.
Come on, you definitely
You got
have
the
that
dent.
island fucking vaccine shit there. You don't got the mark?
You don't have a mark on the side
Yo,
of
you
your arm?
fake.
Yeah, you are fake. You fake
I don't
Trini.
know.
You Guyanese, right?
No, he's Trini.
I know.
I answered.
Crazy man, he can't stand
I don't want
Guyanese people.
Wait, what? Yes, he can.
No, you're Cheddies.
It's different. It's an exception.
Yeah.
We're educated, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Thank
That's
God
what
we're
it is.
educated.
That's
Thank
it.
God we're educated.
No Cheddies are good.
Wow.
718 Day. Guys, please follow them because we're going to be there. We're going to be doing interviews. We're going to have a live show from there. Obviously, T.Chedda ain't going to be there.
John will be back though, guys.
Yeah, he will be there. He's actually doing most of it. I'm not even going to be on camera.
I'm
that
not
day.
going anywhere. I will be here the whole time.
Hey, 718 Day we're talking about, man. You're going to be there.
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be at 718
What's up?
Day.
Are you on the, he's over here. freaking
She just said I'll
looking
be
for
back.
sneakers.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not going
No, I'm
anywhere.
saying you'll be back like in the show.
Will you be
Anyway.
back
Oh,
on the
yeah,
show
yeah.
anytime soon?
If you guys want me to come
Yeah,
back.
for
Did
sure.
you enjoy this?
For sure,
Yeah,
for sure.
I
Yeah.
do.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because we enjoy the female perspective.
Nah, definitely work. Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry. We enjoy the woman perspective.
You can call me a female. There's
Nah,
nothing
female
wrong.
ain't cool because I
Why?
think I heard
Why?
something.
It's like it's a correct term for sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're a male and female when you're.
I don't know anymore. I don't know what to call people.
I think it's even more appropriate than boy and girl. Like
Yeah.
if you're born
I'm not
Because
gonna
I
call
feel
born
like
with
if you call me a
female.
girl, yeah, I feel like if you call a man a boy, he feels like, oh, you're calling me like
Yeah,
a
exactly.
little kid. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Females like.
Che always says purple cup boys.
Really?
Yeah.
He definitely has
Okay.
never ever said
I
that.
don't
He
know,
does,
I've never
man.
heard that.
He never said
I think
that.
he says guys.
Nah, he
Yeah,
tells
he
me, yo,
does, he
PCB, PCB.
Nah.
Oh.
Purple cup boy.
Okay, I've never heard that.
I never said PCB. That sounds terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this week.
Thanks for being on the show, Trace. Good
Yo,
job.
for
Thank
real.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
guys for having
Truly,
me.
thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Finally.
Nobody's ever sit in my seat again.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'll get my own
I
chair.
want to shout out obviously 718 Day Queens Bully, which is where it's going to be at. They're going
Yeah.
to host it, so shout out to them as well. Shout out to all the right who's going to be there as well,
Oh, nice.
and everyone else is going to be there, part of that.
And all our listeners, man. All listeners and everybody took the time to give feedback on the brunch
You're
banter.
just staring at me,
Which is
bro.
pretty
Yeah, I'm enjoying your shout outs.
No, I'm just saying. Everybody
Yo,
took
Sue,
the
thanks
time.
for making shit happen. That's
Absolutely.
what I really
Yeah,
need to shout out.
Big shout out to him.
I love you too, bro. All right, let's bring it in.
Steph Rohan.
Cheers.